Good evening, everyone. It is Sunday, and it's not just any Sunday, it is our end of month booster opening session. No booster boxes in its entirety today, but we have a ton of booster packs ranging between Gundam and Magic, as we normally do open on this channel. We're just gonna have fun. There is a couple of different packs. I mean, I did mention it in the thingy. There is a bit of FOB. For anyone that does not know, it is Flesh and Blood, and I'll explain why when we get into it. But hope everyone is having a lovely weekend. Sadly, ads are apparently starting like now. Annoyingly, when I do these streams, I have the 5-minute intro, and then ads immediately start playing. So what we're gonna do is not shoot into anything just yet. If you get ads, I am so sorry. It happens, but we will stop and not progress with any booster openings until the ads are gone. But what's been missed? Well, you've not missed much this week. We've had our free streams this week. We've had Monday with our typical Lethal Company shenanigans with everyone involved. We had Dead Island continuation on Thursday. We are in the midst of Act 3 right now. We even got to a laboratory, I think, where the disease was like zombie virus started. Who knows? But it's been fun. And then we came to this crazy weekend. This weekend, I took myself off to London. I was in Darksphere over in Shepherd's Bush. I always like to travel that neck of the woods, but I had gone to check out well, I haven't really gone there to check out. I was there to help judge their new type challenge that they had ongoing that weekend, and it was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun doing that as well, and it was great to see so many players coming down there. But you know what I would definitely like to do is just give them a bit of a shout out. This is not sponsored by them, but you know, I like the store, love the guys that work there. So if you're ever in London and you're in the Shepherd's Bush area, go and check out Darksphere. A really nice big plain space, and again, tons and tons of just product for TCGs, and I think they like cater for everything TCG related in there. Board games, Gunpla, everything. So again, if you're in the London area and you're near Shepherd's Bush, go and check them out. Again, not sponsored, just really cool store. Always recommend. But yeah, going into that, yeah, so I've picked up some fun product. Picked up some singles as well, because that's what I always like doing as well. Got a load of Gundam singles as well to add to my collection as well. So before we crack open some boxes as well, we'll probably go over, when we go to the drop down camera, we'll just go over some of the cool hits I picked up as well. Some of them, one Magic card specifically. You'll see why. Because you'll be like, Ash, I remember from Christmas when you went crazy with your Final Fantasy packs, and you were completely just, I don't know, I don't know what to call myself. Maybe insane is the best word for it. But relentless I was to open those Chocobo bundles specifically to try and get those specific chase rares from the bonus slots. But yeah, it's annoying when you've got to try and filibuster in those 3 minutes those adverts run. But we are getting close. It says 1 minute on my break-in process. So by all means, throw something in the chat. How are we doing? It's hard to believe now that I've been probably nearly doing this for like 5 months now. I think it's coming up to 5 months. Too much going on. But yeah, we're hoping, again, in continuation after this one, we'll continue doing another one of these every month. Because as I say, it's the fun factor of doing these. So the next one we're probably looking at doing a booster opening is the 29th of March. And I'll have that in the calendar ready on both Twitch and in the Discord. Because like I said, the Discord is now live. If you've not joined the Discord, please do. Details are in that bit at the very bottom as well now, and we're trying to make sure that we're going to build that community up a bit more over time. But ads are now gone, and without further ado, that means we can get into the main factor of what we're here for today. It is time for our booster opening, but we're going to start, like I said, with some of the stuff that I picked up over the weekend. Some pretty stuff. So, big stack of cards in top loaders. So, from the Final Fantasy side of things, I picked up the lovely Chocobo version of Vivi. You can just make out that little Chocobo. As we saw before, we got some Cloud. You got those little tracks. But yeah, Vivi's one of the massive other big hits from that set as well, because I think we were lucky to get Cloud and the Snapcaster Mage, which were basically two of the most big hits in that set. Vivi's like the third big hit of that set as well. So it makes sense sometimes to get the more valuable ones first, then work your way down, which makes more sense for me. So this one now near enough pushes me down nearly to the tens of the rest of the set now. So just really lovely artwork as well, and all fun and games there. Following up from GD2, we opened a ton of GD2, and one of the arts we did not get was the Hayashuki ult. So that's now going to get in my nice folder with my collection of the stuff. We also managed to pick up the Shugai's Gelgoog G-Quox. It's the problem. Even as a rare, not being played heavily as well, but that's the thing. Gundam really does know how to maximize their ults, and they just look pretty. Got the structure deck version of Fatal Strike, so it looks the exact same. Obviously, the difference is it's lost all the text box, but it's foil and gorgeous. Couldn't say no to this one. Apparently managed to pick up a duplicate version of Farrak. I don't remember asking for this one. I think it was put in by mistake, but there you go. Got additional Farrak from set 1. But the main pièce de résistance, the big one, the big line and sinker, was this little gorgeous Soletta Mercury. So this was the NT1 top 4 promo from the first line of competitions that came out for the game. Unfortunately, at the time, when I think I participated in a couple of them, or did one, and at the time my deck just tanked the competition. Because a part of myself when I came to this was like, I always wanted to collect at least the participation card and the pilot, because I know the winners promos are always going to be super expensive and always in the top, like, you know, we're looking like 300 quid more for some of them. And so that was one of those first ones that didn't really get hold of, so it was nice being able to pick that up on the weekend as well, just to add to the collection. So I think just at the moment, Camille Biden from the second one is what I'm missing at the moment. And then wrapping up again, I think this is GD3's Grey's Ein alt art, one of the ones that I really like. Not, again, super expensive card, but I just really love the idea with this ult where it's kind of in the hangar bay, it's got all the connecting pipes into it where it's just getting prepped, and you've got that menacing sort of gleam from its eye as it's sort of booting up. But yeah, some really good hits as well. So yeah, a lot of those, bar one of them, the Sletter, but everything there was picked up from some of the single stuff that I got. So what I've done, obviously we've got a few booster packs, we've got quite a few to go through, and so what I did for a bit of fun was I just threw them all into a bag and we lucky dipped them. So these first 5 packs are courtesy of my mother, who was nice enough to take the first 5. So there is our first stack that we will go through. But before we start with those packs, we've got something just a bit tad cooler to open. We've got the new Gundam premium card collection assemble sets. We've got 2. We've got the G-Quox and we've got IBO. But I refuse to open the Iron Blood Orphans first, as it's my favourite. We're going to save that to last. But we're going to start off with G-Quox. We get a load of cool stuff in this one, so we're going to crack that open off with the knife on the side, just so we can get everything going. Ugh. So, what do we get in here? Big giant playmat this time. There you go, there's the bonus pack that everyone really cares about. So, what is guaranteed in these? Well, outside a load of additional plastic that's kind of not really needed for that specific reason. Thanks, Bandai, for doing all that. 2 big things from this. You get the assemble miniatures. if you've been living under a rock and not really been focusing on the Gundam side of things, well, Gundam Assemble is going to be Bandai's new tabletop sort of miniatures game that's going to be coming out this year. More skirmish based, so it's not going to be too heavy on the sort of like table space and the rules. It looks quite light from what we've seen already from the demos over in Vegas when it was over there. What you get is, at the moment, especially with these ones, is you get miniatures early. For now, these are kind of used as like additional token fodder for the game. I've never seen anyone use them in any tournaments, which is I wouldn't say it's a shame, but these are quite cool miniatures to paint up and use, which I always find generally nice. But sadly for me, that is just the other stuff. But what you get is a nice stack of promotional cards. So these are cards that have been printed from, I think, Structure Deck 6 and from GD3, I believe some of these ones are from. But we get a nice arrangement of them with some new artwork, new treatment, which looks quite nice. So they've given some definite love to these, because we've got the G-Quux Omega Psychomu, which was the main one from Structure Deck 6 itself, the main legendary rare, in very, very nice artwork as well. I mean, nothing's changed too much about it, just that nice artwork. We just get some different versions. But what's really nice is that we're getting, 2 copies. So if you want even a playset of that alt art, you just got to get 2 boxes, and that's not too bad, and that's nice, because most of the time you normally in these promo boxes you get 1 copy. But we've also got the ST6 Red Gundam as well, with the nice artwork as well, and then we get another 2 copies of that as well, which is just fantastic. So then we've got GD3's G-Fred. So this is one that's got the burst ability from the shield zone. So if you've got less than 3, if the opponent's got less than 3 shields, then you get the G-Fred token. But again, what is just, see, this is the thing, quality. Because I thought with the price line, this is around about 40 quid. So I thought, if it's 1 copy of each version of the card, it's a bit terrible. It's not too bad. If you get 2 copies, it's a bit worth it. Got Mav Tactics, one of the cards that I'm not a big fan of as an uncommon in GD3. But again, the art treatment, you can kind of get the from the sheen there on the lighting. You can kind of see the panning effect. This is very much the art treatment that you'd get on any of the old arts, like the legendary rare ones, or even the uncommons from the sets itself. So, it's been looked after, and the artwork's really nice between both G-Quux and Red Gundam. Very reminiscent of the show. I can't complain about that. And what we get, the extra bonus, we're getting, reprints of the tokens from the sets, but being old arts as well. So we get this really, really gorgeous, outstanding version of Red Gundam, which I think is just gorgeous, with the ball mace. And again, we get a couple of versions of each of them. Very, very gorgeous version of the G-Quux as well. That, oh, to be honest, that, even just a token, looks too good. And then there's our last one with the G-Fred, or the Bat, as I like to call it. But they have not pulled any stops on these tokens. And what's nice is that they're foil. Because I think these are like our first proper foil tokens in Gundam as well. We've not had foil tokens ever outside of these ones. So for a premium product to get, tokens that might be played. I mean, G-Quux, I've not seen the clan tokens being used in local games or any competitions that I've been in. But, who knows? Maybe this set people might want to start playing with them and, show off these nice pretty tokens. But all I can say, that is a very, very nice premium product for the price. So at the moment when they got released, I think these are around, I think most places in the UK are around $39.99 for them, because you get the, I'm going to put them back in there to make sure they're nice and safe. As a part of these, you get the bonus pack, which is the one thing that more people are very excited over. In fact, I'll put my scissors down somewhere to snip this. And then where are the scissors? I don't know. So, I'm not going to reveal the card just yet. because annoyingly, this is the one thing. So there's 5 different resources you can collect. So this is how they get you. This is how they get you. So I'm going to throw it up on the screen. So there's 5 resources in these boxes, and in this one pack, you get one of these 5. Really hard to choose which one you really want. And again, for a collector like myself, you know, you want to get all 5 for your folder, make it look pretty, make it look nice, and it's going to be a struggle. So personally, myself, I would love nothing more to get Machu. I really like G-Quox. Machu was, as the main character and the heroine of the show. Really enjoyed Machu's character development and growth throughout the show. So, you know, it would be nice to see if we can get that one. And what's also a bonus is these resources are the first foil resources. We've also got EX resources outside of the Lacus one that we had in the deck box special, which was like a seed version. Okay, are we ready to flip and see what we hit? Let's go. We got the Neon. I'm not disappointed. Neon's the actual other main heroine of the series. But that is a very, very lovely foil resource. I think she's definitely got some value on the market, secondary market at the moment, which is always good. Obviously for me, it's like stupid saying that because I'm not planning on actually selling it. So yeah, so to me it's dumb to say that. But I know already some of these ones. I think Iron Blood Orphans, Cordelia's ones, like somewhere stupid up in like 200. Just joined what we pulled. So we've just gone through the G-Quox box of the nice promos, and we've just hit this lovely Neon resource, which is the alternate that we get from that resource box. So for now, we are quickly just gonna get those penny sleeves for now, so we can put that in nice. Well, I wanted Machu. I really wanted Machu as my main hit, but you know, I'll take Neon's good. I'll still take it. You know, still one of the main characters. Because that's the thing with G-Quox, you spend more time with Neon and Machu, the other characters or the other artworks, as I was just flagging up there. The other characters you just don't get that much time with, and you know, it just feels weird. So, you know, Neon I'm really happy with. So I'm not going to complain about that one. Right, let's crack into the main portion of what our stream's going to be. We've got a ton of packs. It is that first hit of Lucky Dip, and we start at the very beginning. It is given to me in this order. This first 5 packs are in this order, but we are starting with the original GD1, the set that started it all for Gundam. I'm going to take the rest off the side so you don't see what's coming. There we go. I'm going to snip that just because it's easier that way. Right, let's see if it's a good back. It's a red back, so it's not likely a legendary rare in this pack. It's the only one of GD1 that we have today, but it's nice to go back and, you know, reflect on 3 sets. We're coming as GD4 next month in April, so, you know, it's hard to believe that this was July last year and how close we are to July 2026 now as well, so nearly that first year anniversary. So we've got the M1 Ashtray, Triple Ship Alliance card, starting to get gaining some momentum now with Triple Ship. A lot more traits now with that to make stuff like this one vital, especially the factors that this gets +1 AP and blocker is really good for a 2-2. It's one of my favourite mobile suits. It's the Jagan. Can't complain about Jagan. The free 2-2-3, and again, if you're playing Earth Federation, it costs 1 less. This could be a free 1 if you throw those Earth Fed units down. Can't complain. It's like, and it gets better. We don't just have Jagan, we have the Stark Jagan, the upgraded heavy firepower version of the Jagan. It's got rocket boosters, it's got a bigger gun. Just really cool. Some are, you know, you get some really cool fights in some of the series with Jagans doing some outlandish stuff. Not much different between the two. This one's got an Earth Federation link, which is always handy. It's a free with repair 1. So, like I said, we've talked about the keywords. Repair means at the end of the turn, it repairs the HP equal to its value. So it repairs 1 HP at the end of the turn. It is Demi Garrison, part of the Demi teams from Witcher Mercury. I'm obsessed with Demi trainers. It's a typical 2-1-2-2 people will spam these things because these are just generally good base units to start the game off with until the larger, big, crazy units come on board. It's just good. Signs of Revolution. We've got the nice situation with Wing here. I can't remember you know, I've just finished watching it only just like 4 months ago, and I still can't remember this guy's name. But burst, draw 1, and then obviously if you get to play as your main, choose 1 rested unit, enemy unit, and then deal 2 damage to it. It's not terrible. Not one's using it still. Following up with our Sky Grasper, a 2/2/2/2. Nothing special. It's got a Earth Alliance trait, but that's about it. Bog standard. We've got mid-air modifications. It's a 3/2. It's a command. It has a main ability. It has a burst, which you get to activate the main ability. If you use it in its main ability, you choose a rested unit with blocker, still it is active, but it can't attack. Never seen it used. We've got the wing pilot Shang Wu Fei, who's been getting some traction since you know, since GD3 as well. You know, Ultron Gundam got released. Gorgeous art, which obviously I opened a store locally, which was gorgeous. Been getting so much more love in this set, and his ability with the breach, if it's anything that's 3 AP or less, it doesn't take any battle damage. So some of his units just get absolutely crazy in the game. We've got Violent Custom. If there's 4 or more enemy units in play, the unit gains blocker. It's a 3/4. It's a 4/2. It's pretty decent. Good stat line. Good against those aggressive decks. We've got the Desert Tiger, Andrew Waldfield, part of the ZAF team. If you use its commands, you get a friendly ZAF unit getting +3 AP. ZAF really likes the like having 5 AP bonus from set 1, and it's definitely continuing to later sets. But it goes in from there. First rare is Delta Plus. I'm not going to complain. It's not the greatest hit, but I like Delta. I think it's a really, really solid card. It's not found its footing yet in the meta, but I still think it will find its place at some point in the future. It's a 4/3, 4/3, you know, can't complain. It's got Repair 1, and if you link it with the Earth Federation, it gains an additional HP. So if you link it properly, you can make it at least, I think you pair it with Rider, make it a 6/4, which is really, or no, 6/5, which is really good with Repair 1. Quite a solid unit. Following up with, oh, we got an LR anyway, so we're not complaining. We get a decent hit of Pack 1, and GD1 looks after us still. We get Charles Gelgook, our 4/4, 4/4, so our level 4, cost 4, 4/3 legendary rare. It links with Shah Ensemble from Structure Deck 3. We have Dual Gundam, which we don't really care too much about. But yeah, that's not a terrible hit. If you get an LR in your packs, you can't complain too much. It's always worth just anything in general. So I'm always happy with that. But that is our first pack. We are into the fray already. So what was the second pack that we randomly hit? It is our newest release on the Magic scene. People have been all over the place with it, but you know, some people have been a bit more positive about this set. It is the newest Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Universes Beyond set. I've talked about it before on stream a bit. You know, I've always been, you know, to my friends and everyone local, I'm generally okay with Universes Beyond if it's Magic adjacent, if the set feels flavorful to Magic. So Final Fantasy made complete sense. Lord of the Rings, even though I'm not a big fan of Lord of the Rings as like maybe the IP, it's cool fantasy. The books, I've sort of read The Hobbit. Did audiobooks of Lord of the Rings, and it was okay. I appreciate that it's a very, very good fantasy novel. Just not my thing. But I appreciate the IP, and the cards are cool. But Turtles just feels weird. Spider-Man felt weird. Turtles feels weird. And now we've got so many weird sets this year. But either way, this is my first pack of Turtles. I've not opened it over the weekend because it's been pre-release. So we are going to see some weird stuff. So we have Manhole Missile. So they've taken a manhole cover off of the streets of New York and using it as a Frisbee missile. So it is a 1 red, 1 generic instant spell with Manhole Missile deals 3 damage to target creature. You may put a card from your hand to the bottom on the bottom of your library, and if you do, you draw a card. So it's not a terrible. I mean, to be honest, actually, that's really good. You know, the fact is that you can deal 3 damage to any creature at this point, target creature. if you put a card in your library, you draw a card. So you get a bit of cycling, which is good, and it doesn't go into your graveyard. And you've got the cool flavor text there saying, "Say your prayers, Toidles." Is that Rocksteady? I don't know. I don't know who it is. We'll go on there. Speaking of Rocksteady, we've got Rocksteady, Crash Corsair. He is a 6 mana, 2 green and 4 generic legendary creature, Rhino Mutant, 7/7, very expensive. He can't be blocked by more than one creature, so there you go. Sorry about that. Balls you control can't be blocked by more than one creature. I made it in time to get some points. Welcome, and you made it in time. You missed a pack already. You missed some other bits, but you've not missed too much. But the other factor with Rocksteady here, it's got forest cycling. You can spend 2 generic mana, discard it, and then go and search for a forest card. Again, forest card. Doesn't have to be basic. It could be all those other niceties. Next up, we have the instant spell. Make your move. It's 2 generic and 1 white mana. Destroy target artifact, enchantment, or creature with power 4 or greater. With that flavor text being, for a moment, there is only relentless snow and frozen breath. I think from that artwork there, it's got Leonardo about to have a massive showdown with the Foot Clan on some high-rise building, because ninjas. Ooh, this one's a cool one. I like this. So we have Oroku Sakai, Shredder Rising. So we have the young Shredder in his younger years, a legendary creature, human ninja, 3/1 with sneak ability. I'm going to talk about sneak in a second, actually. So sneak is an activated ability that they've added into the turtle set. So normally ninjas in Magic have always been associated with the ability ninjutsu, which is the way that obviously if a creature you control is then not blocked during the combat, you pay the ninjutsu cost of the creature and effectively swaps places with the creature that's unblocked. The creature that's unblocked goes to your hand, the ninja comes into place, and then deals the combat damage. So for turtles, they've not really gone for that ability name, they've gone for sneak. It's the same thing, but the reason why is that we've got now sneak printed on like enchantments. I think there's an instant or sorcery that's got it on there as well, which now you can kind of cheat other spells. And it's always been a creature-based thing. So I don't love it, but you know, they change things up to make things a bit different. Anyway, Oroku Sake, when it deals common damage to a player, you draw a card and lose a life. I mean, it's pretty cool. I might consider that for my ninja deck. You know, I've got my ninjas, and it's always nice to have new ones to add in there for that reasoning. We have Mind Transfer Protocol, another instant spell. It's 2 generic and 1 blue. Until the end of turn, target artifact or creature becomes an artifact creature with base power and toughness 4/5. You get to draw a card. It's got a mixture from Fugitoid. Got the flavor text. You will experience some discomfort. Then, for better or worse, the concepts of comfort and discomfort will become quite alien. It's alright. Again, this is the thing. For me, in a limited structure, this is pretty okay. When I play Commander as mostly my main sort of format now, limited, I don't get a chance to do as much anymore, especially for Magic, and Universes Beyond has kind of ruined that now because price points are really expensive now. Like, normal sets isn't too bad, and I enjoy a good like main set. And I'll probably do that for Strixhaven when it comes out soon. We have Ice Cream Kitty. It's a it's a 2 mana, a hybrid green black, 1 generic artifact creature, food cat mutant. It's a 1/3. You can pay 2 generic to sacrifice another creature or token, draw a card, activate Ozumi's sorcery, or pay 2 generic, tap this creature, sacrifice it, and you gain 3 life like a generic food itself. I don't know how I feel about this one. I mean, I'm gonna have to quickly have a good look at myself at the art. It just looks like a... I don't know. It just looks weird. I don't like it. It's a weird artwork. I think I'm good with that one. Next up, we have legendary creature Elf Rebel, the new neutrinos. The neutrinos. It's a 1 white, 1 red, 2 generic. I do not know this reference. I do not remember them from the cartoon, if they were ever in the cartoon. So this might be a nuanced one for me from that 80s cartoon or any of the 2003 ones. It is a 2/4 with flying. It's got alliance as the word. So whenever another creature you control enters, the neutrinos gets +1/+0 until the end of the turn. And when they attack, exile to one target creature you own, then return it to the battlefield under your control, tapped and attacking. So to be honest, the ability is actually really good. Actually, this is, I'd argue, is a really solid ability because, especially if you had like maybe you've cast a creature that turn, it can't attack, but then you can exile it, purposely bring it back, tapped and attacking. So it's kind of gives a creature pseudo haste, which is really cool. I like it. So if I was in a play release format, had that card, I'd probably be definitely playing that to get some value. We have Dream Beavers. I did see this in preview season, and I loved the idea that we just have a Beaver Nightmare. It's just a one mana, 1/1 flying Beaver. When this creature enters, each opponent loses a life, and you gain life, and you get to scry. Nothing crazy. Just Dream Beaver. Enjoy. Without further ado, we have our first official turtle. It's Donatello, the turtle techie. Legendary creature, mutant ninja turtle. When Donatello enters, if you control an artifact, draw a card. It's 4 mana, it's a 3/4. It's very basic, very blue draw card. It's very blue and artifact based. It's called, if it enters, you control an artifact, yes, draw a card. Cool. I'm not complaining, I love blue, but I mean, it's nothing more to say. It's a common. Each of the turtles in this set have a common, uncommon, rare, and mythic, which is the 4 different rarities in Magic. So this is just the very basic version of Donatello. There's some other ones that are a bit more better in that sense. Our rare of the pack is the Ooze, which started it all, which made the turtles themselves. Whenever a creature you control with a 1/1 counter on it leaves the battlefield, create a mutagen token for each 1/1 counter on it. The mutagen token is an artifact with one generic, and tap it, sacrifice this token, put 1/1 counter on target creature. So yeah, it's just whenever a creature with 1/1 counters die, you get to basically make the token to replace it for later. And it's got the other ability to tap, exile target creature, target card from a graveyard, and you can create a mutant token. But it's a card from a graveyard, which means you can hit your opponents, and for 2 mana and a rare, honestly, I think this is bloody good. It's a really good rare. So well done, Turtles. I do like this. Next up, we have another rare. We have Ground Chuck and Dirtbag. Great names for these characters. Some of the funniest things from Turtles is some of the names of these mutants. It is a 6 mana, 8/8 trample. With whenever you tap a land for mana, add green. It is just another ramper. But it's a legendary creature, Ox Mole Mutant. Got nothing to say. It's big, it's green, it's derpy. It's what green does. If any, don't hug me, I'm scared fans out there, green's not a creative color in Magic. You just get stuff like this. I have nothing to say. Just green. It's boring. We've got some cool flavor text here though. I'm not going to try and do. I don't know how they sound in the show, but we've got here whatever my little man DB here can't dig under, I can just about bust through. Ain't no one caging us ever again. So we can tell the mole is called Dirtbag, and then we've got our ox is Ground Chuck. But then that's then we've got a foil in this one, which is Grounded for Life. We've got Splinter telling off the turtles for doing something. It is another instant. It's 5 mana. It's very expensive for what it is, but it's a typical thing that you see in these sets. The spell will cost 3 generic less to cast if it targets a tapped creature. Final Fantasy had that with one of the spells, and the ability just literally destroy target creature. So nothing special. We have a land as well, which is the TCRI building. It's blue and red. When it enters, gain life. And then we have a food token, which is a skateboard. and on-screen celebration. Woohoo! Always nice to see. Don't know why it's not popping up. Should be. Oh, you use bits. Thank you so much for the 40 bits. Oh, much appreciated. Anyway, and the other side of the token is the robot. To be honest, I'm not disappointed. I think that was not a bad pack of turtles. It was nice to go through some of those cards. I think at least for both my rares that I got from that play booster aren't terrible. I definitely will find use for definitely the ooze in one of my decks, maybe. I don't know which one specifically. Ground Chuck and Dirtbag, not as much, but you know, to be honest, they're quite fun cards in terms of the. I'm sure I'll find something, or someone locally in the local store will probably like, I like big derpy creatures. Please, can I have Ground Chuck and the Dirtbag? Okay, next up is still Requiem. It is our current Gundam GD3 set that is out. We've not had the best of luck with Gundam recently when it comes to pack openings. Well, that's a lie. When I recently got some, I did get some good hits with the alt arts and these. I managed to get the C++ resource from there, but I would say between set 1 and set 2, 3's probably been the one that we've least got the most amount of hits, most disappointment with, especially with those SPs as well. Not even seeing a single SP from, it is a yellow back, which is always good. But yeah, just not seeing anything. I had to basically trade into an SP, which was the Mikazuki, which I really wanted. But, you know, Gundam at the moment, as we've always, it's going to be weird. We're going to jump between Gundam and Magic. So apologies if you're going to get a bit of whiplash going between games. I'll try not to as much. We're starting off with the 4-2 3-3 GX bit from the old UNE Vulture faction. Deploy. If you deploy this unit from your trash, you choose one enemy unit with 4 less AP and deal 2 damage to it. I haven't seen it played, but I think there's some good chance of it having some use in future sets. We've got our lovely 4-2 Age 1 flat. It's 4-3 with the Asuno family trait. Considering we've now got Flit and Asino. No, it's Flit and I can't remember his son's name. But between the two of them, obviously they both can link with this, so it's good for the Age Earth Federation style decks, which is quite fun. I've mentioned it obviously when I did the box opening in my sort of like opening of the pre-release events for Gundam. This did so much legwork for me. Clutch card, can never say no to that, even as a common, good common. We've got Yazan Gable from Titans. It's a 4-1. It gives +1/+2 to your unit that it is attached to. When it attacks, and this is not even a link requirement, which is great. So whenever your unit attacks, choose one of your Titan units whose level is equal to or lower than this unit. It gets +1 AP during this turn, so it's specifically looking for the level of the unit it's linked to, or it's paired to. So in this case, if we were to put it on the Age, anything that is lower than level 4 will get that bonus, and it had to be a Titan as well, so very specific. It is my favorite little blocker that could. It's the AU Hellion, the 1/1/1/1 blocker. There's nothing more to say to it. It blocks. Still didn't get to kill anyone during the pre-release time with this. I wanted to. The big disrespect by killing someone with a 1/1/1/1, and it was a blocker. But it still came in and saved my life. We have the 3-3 3-4 Gundam Curious Tail unit flight mode, which can be either piloted by Alleluia or Hallelujah. While you have a CB Link unit in play, this card in your hand costs 1 less, so you can potentially make it a 3-2, which is really good. Curious is probably one of the stronger units in this CB boost that we've got from GD3 and ST7, which was CB Exia based. We've got Towards Destiny, a level 3, cost 1 command, which is either a main or action phase used card. It specifically says choose one friendly Vegan unit and one enemy unit, deal 2 damage to them. Again, it's good, but it's so restricted to playing Vegans, which don't have the biggest amount of support at the moment. So Again, sorry to those that would see like, oh, 2 damage is really good in purple. It's not for Vegans. We have the base, the Hotorobi from Iron Blooded Orphans. Go for my favorite show as always. It is a level 4, cost 1 base. It is a 0-5, which is your bog standard base in most of these cases. It's got its burst ability, which you get to deploy it, and its standard ability of adding a shield to your hand. But then it specifically says during your turn, when one of your friendly Tekkadan or Taiwa's units receives effect damage, you may rest the base, and if you do, you place the top card of your deck into your trash. You can ask why this is a good ability. Tekkadan has this, since GD3 you've got Lupus, which is all about exiling cards from your trash, specifically Tekkadan units, to deal 2 damage. So this is a way that this can help filter, put some stuff in your trash to get towards it, which is just helpful. We've got a command pilot mix here, which is our 3-1 infiltrator present with Emeralda Zubin from the Mafti side. Its main / action ability is choose one friendly Mafti unit. It will get +3 AP during this turn, but the pilot itself is just a bog standard 0-1, doesn't do anything too special. Following up, we have a very big large unit. It's a level 7 6 cost Pataluya. When you deploy it, this deals 3 damage to all bases. I think I said on the previous stream when we did open GD3 originally, I feel that this might be good in 2v2, or when it's all v, or when you've got 4 players that kind of all have bases. This would be really good in that sort of scenario. Outside of it, it's just questionable. We have Noah Hathaway himself here depicted in the level 4 cost 1 field directive command. If it's bursted from your shield area, you choose an enemy unit with 2 or less HP and then rest it. But if you use it for its main cost, it is if 3 or more enemy units are in play, you choose 1 rested enemy unit and deal 2 damage to it. So, you know, bit of versatility if it's bursted, better use if you're playing it from your hand. And we're starting off with our rare of the pack, which is Awaken Potential, a really, really good card. Not seeing much play at the moment, but if anyone has been to their local new type challenge in one of their areas, this is the gorgeous alternate art promo you can get for just participation. So you've got Kira in one side, but you can have a nice Kalagi and Afrin on the other, which is very nice. But it is a level 4 cost 1 command. If you burst, you add the card to your hand, but its main action is choose 1 rested enemy unit that is level 4 or lower. You return it to its owner's hand. Then if there's 2 or more cards with Awaken Potential in their card name in your trash, you may choose 1 friendly unit with blocker during this turn. Oh, sorry, I've said that wrong. I'm going to rephrase that. Forget that last bit. So you may choose 1 friendly unit, it gains blocker, which is really strong. Giving a unit blocker is really good. But the only downside is you need to have 2 in your trash initially, so you've got to play this a few times to get the value. And then we're going to follow it up with another legendary rare. We are not being failed today. We are being blessed with good hit, another LR. It's not an LR, but I'll take it. We have the legendary rare Gundam Exia Transam. It is a level 7, 6 cost, 6/4 unit. It's got suppression, which means when it deals damage to that shield area, or sorry, shield base, shield specifically, it will take the top 2 rather than 1. The unit's ability is when this unit destroys an enemy shield area card with battle damage, if there's 10 or more CB cards in your trash, choose 1 enemy unit with the lowest HP and just destroy it. It is a link with Setsuna F. Seri, or as I call him, Satsuma, because banana is a banana and Setsuna is a Satsuma. You've got to have your fruit salad. And we have the G-Quox Omega Sakomu token that goes with it. And I think that's a good opportunity quickly just to get that pack of tokens out, because that is the token that we've just got a very, very nice version of. Come to me, G-Quox. There it is. So look at the difference. So we have that beautiful version from the old box and the standard one. I mean, the base token, I think it's really nice artwork, but no, they made it too pretty now. It's a bit redundant to me now, but it's very nice. Well, what can I say? Gundam is giving us, I think at the moment, between the 2 packs that we've done so far, at least we've got Gundam winning a bit more in the value. Waking Potential we don't need to sleeve, but we will sleeve up the... Will you get 4 packs? I don't know. I don't know where my 5th one is. But we'll take it. That is a good hit there. Do I have a hit pile somewhere? No, I don't. Okay. So, moving on to the next pack. So this one's going to throw everyone off. It's Flesh and Blood. What is Flesh and Blood? It's another card game. It's a fun one. I've only picked it up briefly, as in I learned to play it in MCM Comic Con in October. I did it in the sense of that they teach you how to play versus like in a Blitz decks, which are meant to be their very like quick starter decks. Not in particularly like meant to be easy. What we got was my friend gifted me this lovely Blitz deck collection, and that's where these packs came from. So we've got 2. So what you've got in here is 4 Blitz decks, and entirely for me, the idea is to have them sleeved and just have them as like an extra like little mini game box that I can just play. No, I don't expand any further my collection. It's just when I want to play something that's not Magic or Gundam, just something refreshing as a new card game. Flesh and Blood's kind of where we are. So I don't know much about what's in these sets, what the cards are. I know the artwork's really nice. There's some definite hits in this series. Flesh and Blood's got some weird rarity cards, so sometimes on some of their releases they've had super mega rare cards. I think by this set they stopped it because originally like first printings had like specific foilings which were like worth like tons of money, and then by the second printing those foilings didn't exist. So if you had first printing, some of the cards were worth thousands. Come second printing, not as well. So we're just gonna have some fun by just seeing some different cards. I mean, the packs feel a bit... Oh, you know what? Interesting. These are paper packs. They're actually paper. They're a bit more paper. Maybe this is what Magic really should have done in Gundam, because look at that. You can tell the tear. See, that's... See? Thinking of the... I like that. See? Cheap. I bet that's even cheaper. Cool. So I have no clue how these cards are shown. So we have Fang, who is a Royal Draconic Warrior young. I believe he's actually one of the cards that is actually in that box set. I think generally you've got young versions of the characters, which are then used in Blitz. So Blitz is like a 1 card version of the game. So I know from what I remember is the blue symbol here was your hand size, and then the 20 is your life points in the game. This set has specific mechanic called Mark, so you can target a hero, and if it's marked, then obviously you can get some added bonuses. So in this one, if you control 3 or more Felty tokens, or Filty, the dagger attacks this character uses costs 1 less to activate, which is the ability. So we have Mark of the Huntsman as anything special on the back. Oh, okay. It's a double-sided one, so you get the choice. We've got Syndra, who is the Royal Draconic Ninja Hero Young. Oh, that's quite cool. So she's actually one of the other characters that you get in the set. So I think maybe these are double-sided, so you get to... Maybe that's how they do it for like pre-releases. I don't know. Someone might know Flesh and Blood in here. If you do, you can explain to the chat a bit more about it. But for now, we're just going to go through cards. So this is a weapon. Weapons are sort of something that you have offset on the sides. You build your character and the hero to the sides, so you like have some armor and other factors which build into it. Once per turn, as an action, you can spend 2 of your resources to attack, then go again. So from what I remember in this game, it's like action, you can do like an action a turn, but if you have this go again ability, you can keep repeating the actions. When this hits a hero, you may choose to destroy this and mark them, and then if this is attacking a marked hero, this gains +1 attack. So the attack value of this dagger is 1, which is not... I think from what I remember playing, it's not bad. And obviously you've got Kunai of Retribution, so I think I've probably opened the pack backwards to a degree, so they've designed it so that's for Fang. That one, the Kunai, is then for Syndra. Cool. I'm learning something new, which is quite cool with this pack. So I'm guessing then this is the common. So we have a knife through butter, like the reference. Um, it's a worry action, which both these cards are. Your next dagger attack this turn gets +3 damage. Whenever you attack marked hero this turn, the attack gets go again. So the whole like damage, the yellow symbol, is everything sort of stacks. So all the yellow damage is the damage that's dealt, and you've got shield abilities. So this card here, so you can discard cards from your hand to act as like shield value, and it's the blocking value of what you're doing. So you sort of try and negate the damage via like attacking and versatility. So the cost of the card is this like symbol at the top right here, so that it costs 1. But if you were to discard the card, it's the value of how much it costs. So this can be used to be paying towards 2 resources, which is interesting from what I remember. You have Mark of the Funnel Web. It is a 0 cost ability. It can be used for 1. I don't know what stealth is, so can't help there. When this hits a marked hero, banish a card in their arsenal. It's an attack, so it can be used as 3 damage or 3 block, which is pretty decent from what I remember playing, which is nice. We have another attack, which is called Bloodline. 2 cost, it can be used as a resource, and another 3/3. And apparently this costs 1 resource less to play for each draconic chain link you control. So this is the other thing in this game, you can kind of keep chaining cards on the attack, as long as you can keep playing the resources as well, which is really cool. And then it's got the go again, so you can do another action after. We've got a Searing Gaze. The artwork on this is really nice. The bordering I'm not a big fan of too much, but the artwork definitely is outstanding. So who we got here? Matsu Winiski. Really cool. Nice artwork. It's another attack reaction, which is more blocking. Target dagger attack gets +2 attack if you control 2 or more draconic chain links, and it gets when this hits a hero, mark them. So a lot of targeting with this already, so must be a massive theme of the set, which I'll have to look into upgrading the blitz decks with these as well, which is possible. So another one, very cheap. Very, very cheap, this stuff, especially to go again. You get stealth, hits a hero, mark them. We've got a trap and release. This one's got a lot of use here. Again, does damage. If you mark them, go again. Leapfrog Vocal Sack. Naming conventions on these are fun. I like them. This one's a equipment which is to do like a headband. It's an assassin ninja equipment specifically. When your opponent plays or activates an attack reaction, you may add this to the active chain link as a defensive card, which you can do. And it has blade break, so when the combat chain closes, if this defended, destroy it. So that's not too bad. Pick up the point. When this attacked, you may retrieve a dagger from your graveyard. An assassin interaction, attack 2. That's really cool, because I know from when I've played the demo, your weapons and armor can kind of be used retrospectively for a certain amount of turns, and then they get destroyed and go to your graveyard. So it's really cool that they've designed a mechanic for your ninjas that can then return them back to your sort of well, I guess. Oh yeah, and you can equip it again for a resource. That's pretty good. It's a problem. Good thing we've only got 2 packs of this, so believe me, these will be over and done with quickly. We've got Incision. Again, 2 resources, costs nothing to activate. A target dagger attack gets +2, which is really cool. We've got Public Bounty. See, I saw this artwork online. I thought this one's quite cool. The Oni style wanted poster. Mark target opponent. It's a generic action, actually. They go mark target opponent, opposing hero. The next time you attack a marked hero this turn, the attack gets +1. Go again. So it gives you that secondary action. We have starting point, attack reaction, destroy this target, attack gets go again, activate this only if you've played a card or activate ability this reaction step. And it is legs. So we've got a weapon, we've got 2 weapons, I think. We've got the early one, we've got a headband, we've got some feet. Another attack to the point, target dagger attack gets +3. If the defending hero is marked instead, gets +4, which we've got a load of marked cards, so if this was a part of the deck. We've got a foil, not really that clear. Scar Tissue, target dagger attack gets +1 just +1, and then when this hits, mark them. Again, don't know much about the set. let's have a quick look at scar tissue. This is a blue version. I think it's just regular class as regular foil. I think it is just meant to be foil because it's a rare. It's not rainbow foil. It is, as of right now, even if it's a rainbow foil, which it wouldn't be, but if it was, it's worth 2p. There you go. What a good hit. As said, for me, these cards, to be honest, I don't care too much about the value of these ones. These are just something a little bit cool, extra to open on the side. Well, our next pack, we're back to GD3. We have an ad starting in 5 minutes, but I might bump that one. Or we'll probably try and have a break where we'll purposely force the ad break in that time, which will make life easier in that sense. But it's a red back, so there's a chance, no chance for the LR, but we know that LRs can be in the red backs. So we've got our good old Cyclops team base, level 4, cost 1, is a 0/5. It bursts, we know what it does. Bursts, bases go to your shield zone, and from there you get shield to your hand. All of your friendly unit tokens get +1 AP during your opponent's turn if it's being used. Not bad. Not useful at the moment. I feel has use later on. We have Gundam Kiros again from before. We do not need to go over it. We have Uda's Magnac. It is a 3/2/2/3. It links with Magnac Corpse, and it has an attack. It's got a bit blurry there. If you're attacking an enemy unit, this unit gets +2 AP during the battle, so it becomes a 4/3, which is pretty much going to kill most units, which is really good. Part of the Cyclops team little units, we've got a command that's a 3/1, or it can be a +1/+0 pilot. It is how many miles to the battlefield, which is Gabriel Ramirez Garcia. If you use its command version, you get a High Gog Cyclops team 2/1 unit token, which is pretty good, because sometimes it's good to spam those units on the board. We have a pilot, we've got Jamil Neat, or Niat. Neat, I'm just going to call him. It's a 4/1/2/1. If you have it linked and you attack, you may discard a card. If you do, draw a card. And again, you may, don't have to. Helps. It's pretty good. Bound Dock, or Bound Dock. It's a 6/5. It is a big, big unit. Jared, we got him in the last pack. It, if you link it, doesn't really matter. You get to attack on the turn. But its main usage here is attack main once per turn. You exile 3 Titan cards from your trash. This unit will gain breach forward during your turn. I've always said in a limited format, this is not bad. Giving something breach for, but if you get the Titans, then it's great. If you don't, not helpful at all. Next we have the Vegan 4/3 Zadus R. It is a 4/3 as well in terms of its stat lines. When you attack, you can choose a Vegan card from your trash, exile it from the game. If you do, choose one of your Vegan units, it gets +2 AP, which includes itself, so you can make it a 6/3. Or if it's got a pilot, even bigger, which is not bad. And that's an uncommon, which is why it's got a decent tag on it. We got Patrick. It's part of the super block. We don't really care too much. During your turn, if you use this 2/1 command, if a friendly superpower block UN unit destroys an enemy unit with battle damage, choose one rested friendly superpower block UN unit. Sorry, it is /UN unit. I'm just being pedantic here. Still it is active. It can't attack during this turn. Super block can go bugger off. It is crap. For now. They're all pretty much 1 HP units that can get pinged off the board right now. We've got Distant Reunion, a command that is level 3, cost 1, with Urine Lucille featured on this art, who can be a pilot with the stat line of +1/+0 on a unit. Her action, or the action of the card if you use it, is choose one friendly unit paired with an X-rounder pilot. It can't receive battle damage from enemy units with 2 or less AP during this battle. If you're level 7 or higher, it can't receive battle damage from enemy units with 5 or less AP instead. So, good early game use. Better late game use, not seeing any play. We have Freedom Gundam Meteor, which links with Kiri Yamato. It is an 8666 unit. Once per turn during your turn, when your triple ship alliance unit deals bad damage to an enemy unit, you may return an enemy unit to its owner's hand. As we said, now triple ship alliance is getting some support now, which is a bit decent, but there's nothing more to it. So hitting our rares now, we have a Healthy Curiosity. This is just really solid. I think this is a really, really good card. Like we saw with the Awakened Potential earlier, this is you get an effect if you have 2 or more in your trash, then you get an additional factor. So you draw a card for a free one. So it's just 1 cost, draw a card. Then if there's 2 more cards with a Healthy Curiosity in their name in your trash, you choose an enemy unit that is level 4 or less and rest it. It's generally really good. And then we're finishing off with a Penelope middle form, 6/5/4/4. On deploy, choose 1 to 2 enemy units for less HP and rest them. That's about it. Nothing special. And we do get a nice Exia resource to finish it off, to just tease us of what we got in the better pack last time. Not great for that pack, but that ad break is about to start now. So for those obviously that aren't subscribed, I'm sorry, you're going to get some adverts. But, you know, there's nothing that can be done, but we'll hold off. We've done our first round of packs. I thought there was more. I thought there was a 5th one, but for some reason I can't find it. Because we did, what, Gundam, Flesh and Blood. Gundam. Yeah, 2 Gundams, Turtles, Flesh and Blood, Gundam. Yeah, 5 packs already. Oh. Let's go and find some new ones then. We're going to go. So 3 minutes starting. So I'm going to go for first one being that. Second one, I literally put all the packs into a bag and we're just lucky dipping them. Got another Turtles. We're going to do them in packs of 5. We're getting more GD3 apparently. It is mainly GD3 for Gundam, but you know. We've opened a lot of Gundam already, so we're going to start them off with the magic. I think we'll go with Thunder Junction first, because I think Thunder Junction is a great set, and just a lot of cool stuff. Because I remember when this set came out first, and people hated it. Really, really hated Thunder Junction. They thought the cowboy theming was terrible. It was the first set that kind of had 2 bonus. Oh, excuse me. Had 2 bonus sheets. We use the opportunity to quickly just have a drink. Yeah. So that second bonus sheet was never meant to happen because it was the Vault, and the Vault was meant to be an Aftermath style set, because Aftermath from March of the Machine went down so terribly, they pulled the set from existing, and then the bonus sheet cards got shifted into these. But what was the likelihood of them? So it says on the back of the pack here, so I'm just going to quickly dive in. So that's it, the big score. There was 30 cards, so the chances were this pack includes a combination of 1 to 5 cards of rarity, rare or higher. The chance of 2 is I can't remember what the thing is. So you get 3 to 6 uncommons, 5 to 8 commons, and 1 land. 1 card of any rarity is traditional foil. 4 borderless mythic planeswalker in 1% of boosters. Traditional foil land replaces a land at 20% of the booster, and the list cards include in 20%. Because this is a play booster. Because this is again when I think. Yes, this is still play boosters, so set boosters are still gone by this point in time. I'm trying to remember what. I think, again, because they said if you don't hit an uncommon in the slots, because I think they said 5 to 6 uncommons, wasn't it? 5 to 8, that's it. So if you get 7 uncommons, there was a higher likelihood chance that you've got a Vault card, or from the big score in this one. The break The ad break is about to come to an end, which is good. So that means we can crack on with this pack now, and at least everyone can enjoy its contents. Cool. So we're starting off with a 2-mana, 1/1 mana dork. It's green and generic one. It's a plant rogue. It's called the Hard Bristle Bandit. You can tap it, add 1 mana of any color, and when you commit a crime, untap Hard Bristle Bandit. Its ability triggers only once a turn. Crime was a new terminology that they created in Magic for the set, and it rebranded everything that we used to do in Magic. If any time that you would target an opponent, target opponents, anything they control and or cards in their graveyards is a crime. And since this set, it's all been rebranded all these years. We've all been committing crimes and no one told us until this set. It's a 1/1 mana dork. It just ramps. It's good. We've got Mind Raider. It's a human rogue. It's a generic 2 mana and 1 red for a 3/2. It's got trample, which is not bad. When Mind Raider enters the battlefield, if you control another outlaw, create a treasure token. So outlaws was the whole big factor of the set. So anything that was an assassin, mercenary, pirate, rogue, and warlock were considered outlaws as a part of that sort of like line. Kind of like party mechanic that was in Zendikar, the last one. Can't remember what the set was called, but the whole party had to have like a warrior, cleric, rogue, and wizard to make a party. So it's the same sort of factor here. Yeah. Okay. Another outlaw medic. It's a human rogue, 1/3 with lifelink. So any damage this will do, you'll gain that much life. So deals 1 damage, gain life. When this dies, draw a card. Box standard. Nothing special. It's pretty good. Does some stuff. We've got another rogue. We've got a very rogue style pack here. We've got a plant rogue, a human rogue, another human rogue, and another human rogue. But it's a 5 mana, 4 generic, 1 blue, peerless rope master. It is a 4/4. When this enters the battlefield, return up to 2 target tapped creatures. Sorry, return up to 1 target tapped creature to its own hand. Because it's rope master. Ties them down, gets rid of them. Not bad at all. Following the theme of outlaws still, we have our Rooftop Assassin, a 4 mana, 1 black and 3 generic, 2/2 flash flying lifelink vampire assassin. A lot of stuff. When this enters the battlefield, destroy target creature and opponent controls that was dealt damage this turn. Flash can be cast at basically instant speed in your turn or your opponent's turn. And its ability, obviously, to be able to destroy a target creature that was dealt damage is really good. Especially if there's a nasty big creature, especially like that ground truck and dirtbag. That's an 8/8. If you couldn't kill it, but you can flash this in and go, nope, that 8/8's gone now. Which is not too bad. We have Oasis Gardener, which is a scarecrow. It's a generic 3 mana 2/2 artifact scarecrow. When it enters, you gain 2 life. And again, like the Hard Bristle, it has a tap to add 1 mana any color. It is a mana dork, just to fix your colors in that. Next up, Rodeo Pyromonsters. They're a human mercenary. It is 4 mana, so 1 red and 3 generic for a 3/4. Whenever you cast your first spell each turn, you add 2 red, which is actually really good. It works well with the blue-red abilities that were in that set as well for Feather Junction. So actually not bad in a limited format, but not really seen it in anyone's decks at all. So that's the thing with commons, you don't really see them outside of certain play. We have an enchantment, which is 2 mana, 1 red, 1 other, generic, of Brimstone Roundup. It's got a lot of text on this one, and it's got the main sort of new ability that in this version, which is plot. So this enchantment is whenever you cast your second spell each turn, you create a 1/1 red mercenary creature token with tap. Target creature you control will get +1/+0 until the end of the turn. Activate as a sorcery. So it's kind of like where this was saying as well with this ability. You've got an ability called plot, so you can pay 3 mana instead of 2. You exile this card and put it in exile, and then you may cast it on a later turn without paying its mana cost. So The plot mechanic worked well. There's a few cards that worked about, like if you cast spells from exile, or if you cast your second spell, you get an ability. Because of obviously things like this, you can get this going quicker and cast more spells, and it worked really well. There was a flying bird. If you cast stuff from exile, it kept getting a massive bonus to its. Oh, I think it's non-creature spells. It kept getting a big buff to its damage, which was attack power, which is insane. We're getting to quite heavy red now. A 2 double red sorcery scorching shot. Sorcery deals scorching shot deals 5 damage to target creature. I mean, it's alright. It's lightning bolt double, really. No enough for 2 mana. Probably stick to lightning bolt a bit more. Next we have Rattleback Apothecary. It is a black creature, which is 2 generic and 1 black mana to get a 3/2 Death Touch Gorgon Warlock. So it fits in with that continuation of the Outlaw mechanic here. Whenever you commit a crime, target creature you control gains your choice of either Menace or Lifelink until the end of the turn, which is pretty good. For also just 3 mana as well in this set, that works really well in like especially limited format, because this is, you can get this down quite early and start getting a lot of visibility off. We have a rare, which is Tali Wakeen, the Perfect Shot. It's a legendary creature, human mercenary, which is a 2/3. Whenever a source you control deals non-combat damage to a creature equal to that creature's toughness, draw a card. And then for X and tap, so X is you pay any amount of mana to this ability. If a source you control will deal non-combat damage to a permanent or player this turn, it deals that much damage plus X instead, which is not too bad. It's like pumping up a spell. So like your Scorching Shot, you could pay additional mana and increase that damage to take out a bigger target. We have one of the bonus sheets, which was the I can't remember what they called this one. They did it in like more like a newspaper I think they called them headliners, because they're meant to be like a newspaper article. We have Prosperity, which was well, this one's back for more. It's an instant speed. It's 6 mana, 1 black, 1 green, 4 generic. Return target creature from your graveyard to the battlefield. When you do, it fights up to 1 target creature you don't control. It's not too bad. Again, we have Shepherd of the Cloud. Is a lovely foil Pegasus, 5 mana for a 4/3 flying vigilance creature. When this enters the battlefield, return target permanent card with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to your hand. Return that card to the battlefield instead if you control a mount. So we did not get a mount in this pack, but we have more packs to open, which we can look at a later time. We have one of the nice full art planes, which I know people hated this for that reason. And then we have a really cool Golem token, which is part of the Big Score cards. It's nice artwork, actually. Sadly, nothing great in that pack, but it's nice to go back over that set anyway, because I enjoyed it. I remember going to Command Fest when that set first came out as well, and I was chasing down Simulacrum Synthesizer and loot. Didn't get the loot, but I got the Simulacrum Synthesizer. But we're going to go back to those Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in our next pack as well for our play booster. Let's hopefully see some new cards that we didn't see before, which looks like we are already, which is good. We have Rock Soldiers. We have a 4 mana 4/3 artifact creature that they are elemental soldiers. When this creature enters, destroy it to 1 target non-creature artifact, which for a common is pretty good. That's not bad for a common. It has some good potential. We have a 2 mana green creature called Frog Butler. It's a frog spirit, and it's a 1/1 with Death Touch. You can tap it, add mana, or pay 2 to give it reach, because it's a frog, which means it can leap, get very high, catch those pesky flyers. I have nothing more to say. Next up, we have a 2 mana 2/2 Action News Crew. It's got vigilance because they're always vigilant. They're always searching for the next news story. They have an ability called Channel, which is you basically pay 6 generic to discard this card, and then put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control, and then draw a card. I think that's very expensive, but you know, late game in a limited format, this might be helpful just to try and get around and winning the game. But from there, There's nothing. Again, I don't think. We have squirrelanoids. They look like alien-eyed squirrels, but as they say here, these are 1 mana 1/1 Death Touch squirrel mutants. It says here in the flavor text, it's best to never discover what they squirrel away. And it's probably not nuts, it's mutagen. We've got Buzzbots. 2 mana, 1/1 Flying Vigilance. When this creature dies, draw a card. Again, still very much in the line with blue. Again, just drawing cards. Works really well against your frog because it's got flying. You know, you can get your frog to have reach and it can jump up and block it. It's one of the fun pizza cards that everyone's been laughing at. We have a guac and marshmallow pizza. It is a 1 mana food artifact with flash, and it's looks like it's a rat chowing down on that as well. Exactly, lovely guacamole and marshmallow. When this artifact enters, target creature gets +3/+2 until the end of the turn, and you get to untap it, which is surprisingly broken for an artifact. This is really good for a 1 mana artifact with flash. Surprisingly really good. We've got a power crept common here. What a shame it's called guac and marshmallow pizza. It's like most foods, you can pay 2 mana and tap to sacrifice the artifact and gain 3 life. You have the Foot Elite. It is a hybrid white-black 2 generic mana creature human ninja 2/4. Whenever this creature attacks, another target creature control gets +1/+0 and gains indestructible until the end of the turn. To be honest, for a common, that's really good. I think that's really good, and it's a human ninja. I can't play it with ninjas because it's blue and black. This is a white-black creature, but I like it. To get something indestructible is pretty decent as well. We have Novel Nunchaku. It is a 3 mana green enchant artifact, not enchant, it's artifact equipment. Obviously in reference to Michelangelo. When this equipment enters, attach up to target creature control. When you do, a quick creature fights up to 1 target creature and opponent controls. The equipped creature will get +1/+1 and trample, and it will just be generically 3 colorless mana to equip it to a creature after if it were to die. Hell yeah, this is the card that I was chasing. This is my chase. It's an uncommon, but this is my chase card. It is Skateboard, because what is Magic the Gathering now when you can have Optimus Prime equipped with a skateboard to give it haste? This is the beauty of Magic now. Magic's become a meme with all this IP crossovers now, where a skateboard is now the most deadliest thing possible. I love it. Love the flavor text as well. Why skate a half pipe when you can skate a sewer pipe? You know what? I would love nothing more to stick this in my Cloud deck. Cloud from Final Fantasy, skateboard him. Or Sephiroth, give it to Sephiroth. Most scariest Final Fantasy character, you know, demeaning, kill it, you know, does so much damage. Rides in on a skateboard. We have one of the more known villains of the Turtles franchise. It's Baxter Stockman, the scientist that becomes. Is it Buzzoff? Or is it Buzzoff? Or is Buzzoff the one from He-Man? I'm probably getting my piece mixed now. Either way, I thought he had a specific name when he turned into the bug. Either way, he is a legendary scientist. 5 mana, blue, red, 3 generic. It's a 3/3 with whenever Baxter Stockman enters, you create a 1/1 colorless robot artifact. Hey, look at those robot tokens we saw before. At the beginning of combat on your turn, target artifact creature you control gets a +3/+0, first strike and vigilance. Really strong. Really strong, uncommon, especially to get that. Really, really good. Oh, what better way to continue our Donatello trend? We have now got Donatello common. Now we've hit the uncommon. Donatello Way with Machines. It is a 3 mana, 1/2 flying mutant ninja turtle. Whenever an artifact you control enters, put a 1/1 counter on Donatello, so it's going to get bigger. It's just crazy. So much different from the last one. We have a 2 mana rare. It is called Chrome Dome. It's a robot ninja. It's got 1 power, 3 toughness. Other artifact creatures you control get +1/+0. And for 5 mana, create a token that's a copy of another target artifact you control. That token gains haste. Sacrifice it at the beginning of the next end step. Well, to be honest, you can just target itself if you really want to, which is not terrible. But you lose that copy at the end. Moving into Mutant Chain Reaction is our foil. It's got all of the turtles in action pose. It's a sorcery that says destroy up to 1 target artifact, enchantment, or creature with flying, and then you make a mutant token. And then we have Escape Tunnel as our land. Sacrifice this land, search your library for a basic land card, put it on the battlefield tapped, then shuffle, or tap it to sacrifice this land, target creature with power to less can't be blocked this turn. Honestly, it's not bad. I might have to use that for my ninjas because ninjas have small power levels, and this helps. And there we go. We have that nice mutant token as what we've seen and heard about. And then on the other side is that robot token that Baxter Stockman makes as a little 1/1 robot. Nothing crazy in this pack. Obviously, last one we got 2 rares. This time we only get the 1 with Chrome Dome. So nothing crazy, but we did get something special. If you did keep an eye out on my socials, I did show the amount of product that we are opening tonight, and we do have a collector booster of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles that we will open at some point. So hopefully we get something cool in there. But for the next 3 packs, we're back to GD3, so we are back in the Gundam verse. We're gonna see if we can get anything good. It is a yellow back. I can see it from the reflection, which means we could get a legendary rare, which is more likely, or an alt art. We don't know. We'll see. We've seen Bondok before. We've talked about that. We have Curious as well. We have Defurse, which is a 5/4/2/5 Vegan unit. When it on deploy, you may choose 1 X rounding card from your trash and add it to your hand. If you do, discard a card. Not bad. We have Zadus M instead, not Zadus R. It's a 3/2/3/3. It links with an X rounder. It's vanilla. It does nothing, but it's good. Again, I am an advocate for Gundam in its limited format, playing limited, where you just open packs and play with what you get. And this is a solid card, especially in that 3/2 slot. I like it a lot. And another good card in that late game slot in limited is this lovely full armor unicorn in unicorn mode. It links with banana, which you don't get in GD3, but you can if you played it with GD1, you could. It is a level 5, 3 cost 5/4. Just good stat line. It does again, nothing special about this card, but it's just a really good beat stick to try and draw the game to a close. One of the sleeper hits from this set, which is Rue, as a common. It's a level 4, cost 3, 3/4 unit. Again, it links with Taiwaz or Tekkadan, which works perfectly. Get some really good combos with this. On deploy, you may choose one of your units, deal a damage to it, and it gets a +1 AP bonus for this turn. Really, really good. I think some of the Tekkadan decks are running it, the purple white ones, which is just really good to see. I like that. Speaking of Zadus, we've seen this one before, so we're just going to keep moving on. Thankfully, these are hits that we've seen. We've got something different though. We've got from the CB side a level 6 4 cost GN armor type E. It is a 5/4 with blocker. It means rest it to change the attack target to this unit, and damn, it's got a big stat line, which means whatever is swinging, this is likely going to kill it. And it links with a CB, which means more value. More value. We have Neon herself. We had that lovely token of her, that EX resource token from the beginning. That's the art there. Just giving her more credit in that lovely token there. But yeah, she has the burst effects when she's revealed from your shield zone. You can put her to your hand. She is a level 4, 1 cost, 1/2 pilot. When it's linked, you can place the top card of your deck into your trash. If you place a Xeon/clan card with this effect, you choose an enemy unit and deal a damage to it, which is pretty okay in my eyes. Our rare is Gundam X Divider. It will link with either Garrett Rand or Jamil Neat, which we've had in the previous pack. It is a 6/4, 4/4 unit. When linked, you may choose 1 card that is level 4 lower from your trash, pay its cost to deploy it. So again, it gets graveyard recursion, which is really cool and neat. We have another G-Quux and Mega Sakomu token. And then let's see what we get in this pack. It's another legendary rare, which is the Camphor itself, which is one of the big cards in this set if you can get the LR++, which is going for a bit of money at the moment. I still have yet to get the LR Plus version of this, but I'm always happy to see Camphor. It is a level 4 cost free for a 4-free unit. This was a cool one. So this is a burst effect from Shield Zone. It's like one of the only two. There's this and the G Thread, I think, are the only two units that have a burst effect. So if this is bursted from your Shield Zone, you can choose one Cyclops Team Pilot card from your trash and add it to your hand, which is really cool. When it's paired with a Cyclops Team Pilot, not Link specifically, all your Cyclops Team units may choose an active enemy unit with 5 or less AP as their attack target this turn. And Mikhail Kaminsky is your Link requirement and pilot of choice, which we have not opened yet. But Camphor, we always take an LR as a good hit. Thank you very much for that lovely pack. And like I said, we've got 2 more at the moment, which we're just going to keep blazing through. I think I'm going to speed it up by snipping both of them ready for opening. Just keep that motion going. Why am I snipping these ones? These packs have that little slot where you can crack them open, but boy, are they a pain to open. Cool. Right, let's see what we get. Let's go. We have another Rue. We don't need to talk about it. We've already opened it. We've talked about how 2-1, 2-2s are perceived in the game. They're good. It's another 2-1, 2-2 vanilla. You play them. It's a Goki. It's really fun as well. It's part of the Cyclops team as well. It's a 3-2 for a 3-3. It's just valuable. Again, it's vanilla, but it doesn't do anything. But it's just good. It's got Link. It just can push the game. Yazan Gable. We've seen him earlier in the first pack. We have a Titan's Hizak 2-2, 2-2. While you have another Jupiter's unit in play, this unit gets +1 AP and repair 1. I honestly think this is really good. I don't see it being played at all at the moment, which is a shame. I think it's mainly because of that 2-2 stat like cost and level requirement, which is a bit of a shame. But because of Jupiter's at the moment, I think it has a lot of value of just still being a 3-2 beat stick, which is just really good with repair 1. We have Jamil. Something different here. We got Bolanok Saman. It's a 3-3 part of the Jupiter's unit traits. During pair, again, just pair with a pilot, which is just generally good. The unit will gain repair 2. Say, look, if we repaired it with Yazan here, because it's just a good pilot here, it will be a 4-5 with repair 2, which is bloody good stat line. Not going to complain there. That's it. We've got Hygog. More Cyclops in this pack than you can shake a stick at in this case. And it's a 3-2, 3-2. When you link it, if you have another Cyclops team unit in play, you deploy a 1-rested Hygog Cyclops team token, which is a AP 2, HP 1. Again, it's really good value for that Cyclops. And speaking of Cyclops, we have the main man himself, Bernard Wiseman from Pocket War. It is a 0, but it's got that red arrow, which means it gets buffed. It's a 0-1. Increase the unit's AP by an amount equal to the number of Cyclops team pilot cards / command cards with unique names in your trash. So I think it works out, if you work it out properly, I think you can get like +5, +6 onto this if you go quite heavy into that factor. So it's not a bad pilot. Works really well in this. I'm waiting for Cyclops team to take off at some point, which is a shame. I think Link Station did a video where they played the deck. It looked quite fun, and I was hoping it would pick up from there, but it hasn't. We have Jasin do a level 6 1 cost base, which is Zaf Stronghold. The deploy effect is choose one Zaft friendly unit. It gets +3 AP this turn. Really good, but the downside obviously being that late game, so you want to burst it from shield. First rare is trash. It's super block. We don't care about it. It's a 3-2, 3-1. While you have another super power block unit in play, enemy units choose this as arrested. I just don't care. We just don't care about it. It's just too bad. We have Zayhart Galette, though, as our other rare, which is not a bad pilot. This is being played in Tekkadan It's not attacking a pilot, but it's being played because of its paired ability, which you place the top 2 cards of your deck into your trash. People don't care too much about the other abilities, but they like the idea that you can place cards in the trash and make Tekken go off faster, which is good. And it's a 5-1-2-2. It just makes whatever you pair it onto really, really strong and can kill most units, which is great. And another Exia resource, which is very nice. We're not complaining there. Cool. Not a great pack on that one, which we will not lie, but you know, we've had 2 great hits with the Exia and Camphor and Charles Gelgoog. We've got to have occasional bad packs as well. Oh, I see something shiny, which is really good. That gleamed. We might have an ult. We could have an ult up. God, that'd be good for the stream. We got Gundam Kimara's Trooper mode, 6454. Galio Bolden links with it. When linked, choose one Galahorn command card from your trash, add it to your hand. Galahorn is not being played. We do not talk about this. We have Hizak Custom. It's a 3-2-3-2. While you have 2 or more Titan units in play, this card gets -1 cost in your hand. So again, you can play it for a free one. So it means you spam more units early on. Barbatos, 5th form ground type. It is a 5-3. It's a 5-4. Links with Mika. I mean, in limited, it is a good card to play, but you're never going to get linked. So, I mean, it's just good to punch with. Another Zeta Sem. We have the pilot Soma Perez, part of the superpower block. It's the only decent pilot I think they have. It's a 1-1 that can at least mostly get some value. When it's destroyed, choose one enemy unit, it gets -3 AP, which is, like I said, this is like probably the best one outside of Graham in the superpower block area. We've got a Hellion. Command Awkward Approach. Choose one rested friendly base. Set it as active. If you do, all enemy units get -1 AP during this turn. I thought this might get more play because there's a couple of like white bases that can, like Archangel, you can rest it to unrest. No, is it Archangel rest? Oh, I'm thinking of which one. There's a couple that you can rest, and I thought maybe you can sort of rest the base to then unrest it with this, and then rest it again to get the additional value, which is really good. We have the command level 6 cost 1, eliminate target. You can use it as a main or an action just to choose one pilot paired with an enemy unit that is level 5 or lower and destroy it. People had high hopes for this card, thinking that it would stop the tyrant that is Amuro himself, but not to be seen. AZ Guramin, the level 4 cost 1 pilot, that is Ruiz from the previous pack's main pilot. Stat line of 1-2, and then when this unit receives effect damage, choose one enemy unit. It gives -1 AP during this turn, which is pretty good. Gundam NT1 full armor, a 3-2-2-3. When it's destroyed, you choose one enemy unit for HP and rest it. But this one is not linked with Amuro. It's Christina McKenzie. And speaking of Bernard from before, it's his main little Zaku 2 that hides behind Santa. It's a 2-2-1-2. And when it's paired, if there's 4 or more Cyclops team cards in your trash, you deploy 2 rested and balloon civilian 0 AP 0 HP 1 unit tokens, which they can't be set as active or paired with a pilot specifically. While you have a unit with add balloon in its card name in play, this unit can't receive enemy battle damage, which is pretty good. An LR that I was actually looking forward to getting additional copies of, which I'm happy with this one, is Providence Gundam, level 7, 5 cost, 5-5. During pair with a Zaft unit, all your Zaft units get +2, and during your turn, all your Zaft units get +2 AP, which is valuable. Zaft wants that AP boost, and this will give it to them. When it attacks, you choose one enemy unit, and you do 1 damage to that for each 4 AP this unit has. So you got to keep boosting that stat line up. The more and more you boost it, the better off it does. And if you get it to 20 AP, which is possible, 5 damage. Hey, we get the balloon. We get the Santa to go with the Zaku. This is the lovely little token that Zaku makes here if you've got the Cyclops ones. But there we go. We've gone from a trash pack to a very, very good hit with Providence, which I'm always happy with. So let's keep going on that one. That is going to our hit pile, which is somewhere. Do you know what? I'm not really helping myself because I'm moving cards from one area to another. I'm going to say, is this my hits now? We don't know. Fine. Right, that's 5 packs. Let's go get some more now. Let's go and go into Lucky Dip. We've got... Oh, we're going to... Well, we've got the collector booster, but I was going to try and hold that off till later, but we'll do that one as a midway point. There we go. We've got some different stuff now. It's mostly magic this time. Oh, that doesn't help. I hit the camera. Oh no. We've knocked the camera out of... Oh wow. What on earth have I done? What have I done? There we go. Camera. There you go. Note to self, don't headbutt the camera when you're moving around. Still not right. There we go. There we go. Back in some. Do you know what? Only me can do something stupid like this. There we go. So again, I want to clip that collector booster a bit later. There we go. This is going to be more heavy magic. We're keeping that one for the next rotation. I want to keep some surprises and some fun stuff. Do you know what? We're going to open... We've opened more Gundam. We'll go for the Gundam first, because we just opened multiple packs, and we might as well just do the last one in Gundam, and then we'll go for a big string of magic, and then we'll find some more Gundam later on. Okay. There's that G thread that we're talking about that bursts. It is a 4-2-4-2. It links with Neon. If you're bursting it, if the enemy has 3 or less shields, you deploy that Xeon token. We've got the base Downs. 0-5 vegan base. You add one of your shields to your hand, and if it's your turn, you choose one vegan unit that is level 4 or lower from your trash, and you may pay its cost to deploy it, which is really doable. Again, 2-1-2-2. Clan. Good. It's Heavy Arms Custom, a 6-5 unit that is a 4-5. Links with Trevor. And during your turn, when this unit destroys an enemy unit with battle damage, deal 2 damage to all units with blocker. It's good. No one's playing it. That's about it. It's good. I think it's a good card. It is a 2-1-0-5 base. It is Radish. See, there's a theme in this game. Everything's named after fruit or vegetables. It's got its typical burst and deploy effect, but when this base is destroyed, if you have an AEUG link unit in play, you choose one enemy unit with 4 or less HP and rest it. It's not that special, but it's something. You have Human Karma, for level 3, cost 2, command, main or action, you choose one active friendly unit, you rest it. If you do, you choose one enemy unit whose level is equal to or lower than the unit rested with this ability and deal 3 damage to it. We have the Freedom Gundam Meteor again. There is our Christina Mackenzie, our level 3, 1 cost 1/1 pilot. When playing this card from your hand and pairing it with a unit name with Gundam NT1 in its name, you can play this card as if it had 0 cost. So again, anything that is NT1 Gundam, which is either the common or uncommon, I think it is, and the legendary rare, you can just basically cost it for free, which is really good. I like it. We have the Full Armor Unicorn Destroy mode. It is a level 8, 6 cost, 6/6 repair free unit. It links with Banana, and that's it. There's nothing more to it. It's good. It's a good unit. We have a Hotorobi as 4, and then we have our first rare as Zadera, which we've seen Zayhart from the previous pack, which is what it links with. The unit itself has high maneuver, which no connection at all, which is good. So this unit can't be blocked by blockers, which is fantastic. When it is paired with an X-Rounded pilot, you may choose 4 vacant cards from your trash, and you exile them from the game. If you do, you can choose one enemy unit that's level 4 or lower and destroy it. So honestly, I think the effect's not bad. Just sadly, Vacan's not being played. I think I've got a good idea to play them, but it's not great at all. And we've got a Dynamese token, and we've got terrible Death Scythe Hell, which is just artwork is amazing. Love it. Looks really cool. Just the card's trash. It's an level 8, 7 cost, 6/5 unit with, when it's deployed, choose one of your Operation Meteor or G-Team units. During this turn, it may choose an active enemy unit as its attack target. For the cost of it, how expensive it is, bad card. Super bad. Let's go to Lorwyn Eclipse. This set came out at the beginning of this year in January slot. This is the set that got snubbed for Spider-Man last year, and people hated it. But Lorwyn, good set. Love the set. I think it had a lot of magic flavor, which is what we were missing. Lorwyn is a very, very much loved set. It's kind of the big fantasy set before Eldraine kind of came along, because Eldraine brought us more like fairy tale style storylines and characters. And to me, Lorwyn was that set that kind of had that, as you kind of have these, like, again, look at the token, the 1/1 flying black fairy, but it's not like a cutesy fairy. This is like, looks like a bug, but it's cool. We're going to kick things off with this lovely 5-mana generic, no, just colorless common called Rooftop Percher. It is a changeling, which means it is every creature type in this game. For me, this is a badger for my badger deck. It is a free flyer, and when this creature enters, exile up to 2 target cards from a graveyard, from graveyards, because it's plural, because it's multiple players in Commander and stuff like that. You gain 3 life. It's expensive for a 5-mana, but it's not terrible. We have the 5-mana blue Stratosaura. It is an elemental, even though it looks like a bird. It is a free 5 flyer, and when this creature enters, target creature gains flying until the end of the turn, which is really cool. Evasive flying is evasive, and not many creatures do have the ability to either fly themselves or have reach to block flyers. And it's got the basic land cycling ability for 1 blue, 1 generic. And what's nice is basic land cycling. So this is not like what we saw with Rocksteady, where it had forest cycling, which searches for forests specifically. This is, you can search for any basic land, which is not great because basic, but at least if you're struggling for that land fixing, this is really good for that reasoning. We have the Gold Meadow Nomad, a 1/2 Kifkin soldier. I was going to say Kifkin soldier. I'm so used to them being soldiers. It is a Kifkin scout. These are hobbits before hobbits really were a thing in Magic, and this is Magic's original adjacent versioning to them. It has the ability of 1 white to exile this card from your graveyard, and you get to create a 1/1 green and white Kifkin creature token. So, to be honest, this is actually quite a nice card alone, because you get a 1/2 body. When it dies, you can pay a white and then exile the card to make another 1/1 body. So it kind of revitalizes itself in a nice way as well, which is really cool. We've got Auntie's Sentence, which is a 2-mana black sorcery, which you have the choice of choosing one of the abilities, which is target opponent reveals their hand. You may choose a non-land permanent card from it, and that player discards it, or then target creature will get -2/- till end of the turn. And we've got a cool flavor text here with "Stop whining, elf. The rest of us can see that's perfectly fair." Heh. Moving on, we have Crossroads Watcher, a 3-mana free green Kifkin Ranger with Trample. Whenever another creature you control enters the battlefield, this creature gets +1/+0 until end turn, which is really, really good, because I think when I've played Magic Arena with the set, there is a green-white synergy of like Kifkin. You basically spam load of creatures. This common gets really strong if you can keep spamming those Kifkin. And then, you know, that Trample starts really ticking over into your life points as well, which is really good. So I would say this is just, even for a common, just generically good. We'll just play that one. Next up, we have Elder Auntie, which is a Goblin Warlock, and in this set they're referred to as Boggarts in Lorwyn, especially when they're in the Shadowmoor side, the Boggarts. It's a 2 generic, 1 red, 2/2, and when this creature enters, you create a 1/1 black and red Goblin creature token. So the nice payoff here is that for 3 mana, you're effectively getting 2 creatures that equal the 3 mana in terms of power and toughness, which is not too bad. We've got another 4-mana Goblin coming up next, which is Bone Club Berserker. It's a Goblin Berserker, and this creature gets +2/+0 for each other Goblin you control. And in pairments to Elder Auntie here, which is really good. So you make the 2 Goblins, and then this gets +2/+0 for each other. So play that, get that out. This is then a 6/4. Good trade up. Everstrike's Gift, a 1-mana enchantment. We're into our uncommons now. It's enchant creature. enchanted creature gets +1/+0 flying, and then for 1 white and 1 generic, you can blight 2 and return this card from your graveyard to your hand, activate only as a sorcery. So blight's one of the special keywords in this set, which means to blight, you put that many +1/+1 counters on a creature you control equal to the blight value. So in this case, as it's blight 2, you put 2 1/1 counters on a creature. I think as a way to keep being able to replay this from your graveyard, it's not terrible. And it at least means you've got replayability of it, which is always fun. We have Prismatic Undercurrent, which is a 4-mana enchantment with Vivid. When this enchantment enters, you search a library for up to X basic land cards, where X is the number of colors among permanents you control. You reveal those cards and put them into your hand, then shuffle, and then it states you may play an additional land on each of your turns, which is really cool. Works well in 5-color decks. This set brought out 2 decks, one of them being a 5-color elemental deck. Which I think Vivid is like the main big keyword for elementals in this set as well. So if this wasn't in the pre-con, this would be like a good one. Hey Astro, welcome aboard. And look at you with that really nice Pikachu frontage on your Pokemon 30th. Do you know what? I should have done that. I like that badge. Can you still get that badge right now, or is it done? Because I wouldn't mind that Pikachu badge. Either way, Squawk Roaster is our next one. It's still available. You'll have to try and link me up to a channel that I can grab it in, because I might nab that, because it just fits my Ashichu theme just a tad bit more there. We have the Elemental Squawk Roaster. I like this one. It's a double striking, it's star 4. Vivid Squawk Roaster's power is equal to the number of colors among opponents. Again, it's got that Vivid, but elementals are like pushing in 5 colors, so you can I think in limited in like arena I had this as like a 4/4 with the deck that I built around, which was quite cool because of the hybrid mana as well was big in this set. We have a sorcery with Darkness Descends. We've got Shadowmoor peering into the Kifkin village, turning the Kifkins into their darker variations. It's a 4-mana sorcery with you put 2 1/1 counters on each creature, and these are counters. These are static. These are not static where this disappears at the end of the turn. These are physical counters, which could kill a lot of things on the board if there's a big board state. Our rare is Selfless Safe Right, which I've got to say is a good hit actually. I'm quite stoked with this one because I did want this for my elf deck. It is a 5-mana flash convoke, which means your creatures can tap to cast this spell and help pay towards either add 1 mana generically or one of that creature's color. So when this creature enters, choose a creature. When it enters, choose a creature type. Other permanents you control of that type gain hexproof, indestructible until end of turn, which is very, very good. An elf tribal is like one of the big archetypes, especially for kindred. It's not tribal anymore, it's kindred referred to, but for kindred strategies, elf is probably the big one with so many elves. And this is like a really, really good card, even for commander. Like I said, I'm considering putting this into my elf tribal deck. I'm going to say tribal because I'm used to tribal. But yeah, that is a really good hit. I'm quite happy with that. We have a nice foil, which is Lisa Lana Informant. It is a 2-mana 3/1 elf. When it enters or dies, you surveil 1, which is look at the top card of your library, and you may put it into your graveyard. So you can leave it on top or shove it in the graveyard. And we have the nice version of the Shadowmoor Plains. I think this was the Kifkin village, but obviously as it's nighttime with the Shadowmoor kicking in, it's got these big watch lights and things like that. And then there we go, we've got that 1/1 goblin token that was provided from Elder Auntie. And as we've got the fairy one there. So, to be honest, Magic's pulling back a bit now on its packs. Some pretty good stuff so far that we've seen, which is really cool. I just realised I've still not finished my coffee, and it's getting close to 9. But also at the same time, we've still got tons of packs. And we're getting close to 9 o'clock, and I don't think we're going to get through them on time. So we're going to have to open fast and keep ripping. Anyway, Astro, did you have a lovely Pokemon celebration weekend? Did you enjoy everything that we saw, including the that Gen 10 news? And I know you were streaming Fire Red and Leaf Green on Friday, so I hope that stream went well, especially in that playthrough. Happy with what you've seen, and I'm glad. That is awesome to hear. I was quite a big I was really happy with the news, especially with winds and waves, and I'm looking forward to when we get more information next year, probably. Okay, we have Vengeful Townfolk, free. I'd like to see more for 30th. Yeah. Well, this is the thing with, especially when Pokemon does their directs now. It's very, you get the same simulation. They've sort of gone in the same factor now. It does look like we're getting a year of stuff. Yeah, it looks like that. We're just gonna get it over the year. Spring Splasher. We've got a creature frog. Get more frogs. Hate frogs. Why we get more? Stop spamming with frogs. Is a 2-mana. Is a 2-mana 2/1. When it attacks, target creature defending player controls get -3, -0 until end of turn. Typical frogs. We got a Desperate Bloodseeker, a 2-mana 2/2 zombie with lifelink. When it enters the battlefield, target player mills 2 cards. And guess what? If you target your opponent, that's a crime. Stop committing crimes, people. Reach for the Sky. 4-mana Enchantment Aura. You can flash it onto a creature, and that creature gets +3/+2 and has reach. And when this is put into your graveyard from the battlefield, draw a card. Oh, losing cards. We have a instant here, 5-mana Trick Shot. The Fire Red playthrough has been going well. It's been going good, we'll say. Nice. Were you lucky to get some early game shinies, maybe? I've seen some people get some good luck on that one so far with some shinies. I have yet to pick it up myself, actually, so I'm looking at maybe grabbing it for the Switch this month or next month. Anyway, yeah, Trick Shot deals 6 damage to target creature and 2 damage to up to 1 other target creature token. It's not great because it's a token. If you don't get that, it's kind of crap. Brided Bighorn. It's a sheep. It's 4-mana. It's a 3/4. It's got vigilance. It's got the saddle mechanic we looked at earlier. So when this attacks while saddled, you create a 1/1 white sheep. Saddle works is where's a creature? There you go. Like vehicles, when you can crew vehicles, you tap this creature. This now is saddled. When this now attacks, which has got vigilance, which doesn't tap, you make sheep. That's how you saddle a creature. You tap something and it adds and jumps onto it. Magic in a nutshell. Next up we have Shackle Slinger, a 3/2 3-mana human soldier. When you cast your second spell each turn, choose target creature opponent controls. If it's tapped, you put a stun counter on it, otherwise tap it. Outcaster Green Blade, another 3-mana creature. It is a 1/2. When it enters, search your library for a basic land or a desert card, reveal it, put it into your hand. Outcaster gets +1/+1 for each desert you control, so it gets stronger if you play deserts. Magebane Lizard. It's a lizard breathing fire. It's a dragon, really. Whenever it's 2-mana, 1/4. Whenever a player casts a non-creature spell, this deals damage to that player equal to the number of non-creature spells they've cast this turn. So it stacks. So they want to keep spamming. They're going to get burnt out soon. We have a legendary creature here, Gem Lightfoot Sky Explorer. It is a 4-mana 3/3 with flying and vigilance. At the beginning of your end step, if you haven't cast a spell from your hand this turn, draw a card. Ooh, not a bad hit to start off with. Kellen Kid as a mythic rare. Is a we've got a nice art card there, which I'm just going to move out of the way. We have a 3-mana. It is Bant. So it's green, white, and blue, which is Bant. It is a flying lifelink, human fairy rogue, 3/3. Whenever you cast a spell from anywhere other than your hand, you may cast a permanent spell with equal or lesser mana value from your hand without paying its mana cost. If you don't, you may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield. So we talked about the plot mechanic where you would pay more mana to then cast something later on. This is working around that plot mechanic a lot more. And then again, if you don't, you get to then ramp, which is really good. So yeah, that is a good hit for that pack, which we'll get that sleeve in a second. There you go. There's a sleeve. Get a sleeve. There we go. Nicely done. We have Hypothesize from the that bonus sheet, the headliner. It's a 5-mana instant. You draw 2 cards, then you may discard an online card. When you do, this deals 4 damage to target creature. And we have a foil, Reach for the Sky. And then a Creosote Heath, one of the desert lands, which when it enters tapped, but you ping an opponent a damage, which is a crime. Cool. Not a bad pack. Not a bad pack. We're going to keep going. Let's go for another Thunder Junction, and then we're going to start cracking more packs. We're going to go into that turtle one in a second. Another Reach for the Sky. We have a Wolverine. I did try and put this in my Wolverine deck just for fun, just to have multiple Wolverines. It is a 3 mana 3/2. When it enters the battlefield, exile the top card of your library. Until the end of the turn, you may play that card. But the bonus is plotting it and then casting it later, which means you have that extra mana, then you can cast that spell if you need to. Holy cow! It is a flying cow with flash and flying, and it's an angel. Whenever it enters, you gain 2 life and scry 1, which is just really good. I've been playing a deck with 3 of these things in it, and it was quite hilarious. We have a Harrier Strix, a lovely 1/1 flying bird in blue. When it enters the battlefield, tap target permanent, and then for 3 mana, you can draw a card and discard a card. I think it's just generally quite good. We have our Bloodstreaker, or Bloodseeker. We've got our Sheep. Fake Your Own Death, a fun little instant here. So for 2 mana in black, until the end of your turn, target creature gets +2/+0 and gains whenever this creature dies. Return it to the battlefield tapped under its owner's control, and you make a treasure. Pretty good. Good for common. Let's move on. Lively Dirge, 2 mana sorcery with Spree, one of the other bonus ones. So you cast it for its cost, and then you add the additional cost to it. So if you cast it for 2, you don't get anything. But if you then pay an additional mana, you get the bonus of search your library for a card and put it into your graveyard and shuffle. Or you can choose all of these or just one or the other. So if you would then do both of them, then you can return up to 2 creatures with total mana value 4 or less from your graveyards to your battlefield. So you can just pay 4 and return 2 creatures immediately, or pay the 1 to get them into your bin. Spree is fun, it's a good mechanic. And more Spree, you have Shifting Grit, or Grift. A 2 mana double blue, very expensive because you've got to put in 2 blue at least to Spree on this one. So you can, for 2 generic, exchange control of 2 target creatures. Or for 1, you can exchange control of 2 target artifacts. Or for another 1, exchange control of 2 target enchantments. So in theory, for 6 mana, you can do everything. Or a combination of either to do any of the others. We have Zarv, Familiar Stranger. This is the thing that people didn't like about this set. So you've got these really cool characters that come from Magic's history. Zarv is the head of the Dimir faction, which is meant to be like the spy network. He is just there in a cowboy brimmed sort of Stetson hat, just there on the cowboy plane. I mean, he's probably there to, scope out and, people that do crimes here. He's there to probably be a spy. Whenever you commit a crime, you put 1/1 counter on Zarv, then you may exile a card from the graveyard. If it was a creature card that was exiled this way, you can have then Zarv become a copy of that card until the end of the turn. You can only do it once a turn. I think it was alright. It was a good card. We have Lila, the undefeated Slickshot. It is a legendary human rogue in the Izzet colours. It's got prowess. Whenever you cast a creature spell, this will get +1/+1 until the end of the turn. And Lila has, whenever you cast a multicolored instant or sorcery spell from your hand, exile that spell instead of putting it into your graveyard. As it resolves, if you do, it becomes plotted. So pretty good. This is I think this is one of the main characters that was pushing the Izzet factor, and it means you get to cast the spell, then exile it, and then cast it again next turn for free, which means you get more value of Lila as well later on. Crazy stuff. We have one of the other enchantments from that bonus sheet, which is Journey to Nowhere. It's a 2 mana white enchantment. When it enters, exile target creature. When Journey to Nowhere leaves the battlefield, return the exile card back to its owner's control. We'll get the sleeve for Lila in a second. We have those Rodeo Pyromancies again in foil, which looks quite nice. That flame does get nice. We have a Rodeo Cannon. And we have a Dinosaur. We have the Dinosaur token. Dinosaur. There we go. Never going to play. The Dinosaur token's quite nice. Always needed. Cool. Let's put that up in that area. Let's keep going. Apparently another ad break coming in 1 minute 50. We will try and get through this pack, and then we'll have that quick pause to let that break override and go through. Or to be honest, actually, what we're going to do, we're going to snooze it. We're going to snooze it for 5 minutes so we can get rid of this pack. Okay, we've got a Mischievous Sneakling. It is a changeling, so it's everything, but it's hybrid, blue, black, and one other for a 2/2 flash changeling. Again, for a common, it's just really good. It's got flash. It can do a lot of things. We have Temporal Cleansing for 4 mana, a sorcery with Convoke. So again, you can tap those creatures to pay towards its cost. And as it's blue, it's very helpful. So like this. The owner of target non-land permanent puts it onto their library second from the top or on its bottom. There you go. Just removal in the finest way. Pull it back into their deck. We have another shapeshifter, a feisty Spikeling. It's got a bit of a derpy face, which looks quite funny. It is during your turn, this creature has first strike as a 2/1. I've played on this against Arena, and it's definitely beating me up a lot. I think there's one that gives stuff double strike, and this then gets worse. We have an Elf Warlock, Moonglove Extractor. It's a 2/1. For free, whenever this creature attacks, you may draw a card in its life. Again, always good in Magic having extra card draw. Obviously, in this typical faction with it being a Warlock, you get that payoff. You have to lose a life, but you get that card draw. We have Assert Perfection, a 2 mana in sorcery. Target creature you control gets +1/+0, and then it deals damage equal to its power to 1 target creature in opponent's control. I think I need to put this in Wolverine. This is sort of wings. Like, I like fighting with Wolverine, but ones that just lets it deal damage to a creature instead is much better. So definitely going to be one I look at getting in. They had starting up again soon. Still got 5 minutes. Feed the Flames, 4 mana instant sorcery. Instant sorcery. 4 mana instant spell. It's a red one. It deals 5 damage to target creature, and if that creature would die this turn, exile it. Pretty decent for 4 mana to do 5 damage. We have a Kiskin Knight, which is Gallant Foul Knight. 4 mana 3/4. When this enters, creatures you control get +1/+0 until the end of the turn. And then Kifkin creatures you control gain first strike, which is really, really good as well. Especially you get that Kifkin synergy. Pretty good. Especially with those shapeshifters as well. Because these will count Kiskin as well, and they get that bonus of like +1 and then first strike. Doesn't make a difference for obviously that one that has first strike already, but for the others, it's really good. We've got to another Vivid creature with the bonus. Prismal Basher is a 6 mana 6/6 elemental. When this creature enters, up to X target creatures control get XX until the end of the turn, where X is the number of colours among permanents. So very specific to having those colours. But it's still a 6/6 for trample, which is really good. Boulder Dash, a 2 mana sorcery. It deals 2 damage to any target and then 1 damage to any other target. I would just honestly say that's really good as an uncommon, especially that early factor. We have Dose of Dawnglow, a 5 mana instant. Return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Then if it isn't your main phase, Blight 2. So again, because it's instant speed, you get that value, but then you have to Blight by putting 2/1/1 counters on a creature you control. We have some fairies, Illusion Spinners. It's a 5 mana for free. You may cast this card as if it had flash if you control a fairy, which is pretty decent. It's got flying, and this creature has hexproof as long as it's untapped, which is always good. Because hexproof, it means it can't be the target of spells or abilities from your opponent, which means it makes it harder to remove off the board. Oh, what a good hit here. Mirror Form, 6 mana instant in blue. Each non-land permanent you control becomes a copy of target non-aura permanent. This is a really big hit. I'm quite happy with this one. Let's get that sleeve out ready because we want to get that bad boy in a sleeve protected. There you go. These packs can just fall on the floor now. We want to make sure. And my other gunpowder's built. It's fallen on the floor. It's just fallen over. Helpful. Yeah, so you can just make anything become a target of anything on the board, which is amazing. Yeah. And the artwork's quite cool as well because of the changeling effects. Like the whole area is like blending in to become it. It says here, if you stare long enough at your reflection starts staring back. Quite a cool. That's the thing. I love sometimes the flavor text of Magic cards. So what a lovely hit. I'm going to put that over in the hit section. Let's finish off the rest of the pack anyway. So we have Liminal Hold. Not going to lie, I thought you said Mirror Force at first and it started to make a Yuga joke. Well, you can partially say it's Mirror Form. Mirror Form. Liminal Hold is a 4 mana enchantment. When it enters, exile to 1 target non-land permanent and opponent controls until this enchantment leaves the battlefield. And you just gain 2 life immediately, which is pretty good. And then we have an island. And then we have our little Kifkin token riding on a piggy. He's got a little fish. He's quite a happy little guy. Oh, to be honest, it looked like I had a lollipop there for a second. I need to go and double check. No, he's got a, I think it's like a hammer. Just a little happy guy on his pig. And then we have a treasure, which I don't know what the treasure is. It looks like food or yarn. I don't know. That's a good pack of Lorwyn. I'm happy with that one. I opened a few packs and I've not really got a lot out of Lorwyn. I think the best I got was the collector boosters with like other bits. But we've got the ad starting in a minute. So what we're going to do is we're going to get some more packs out. Well, at the moment we've still got tons of packs and we've got half an hour left and we've got like more packs in general. So I think we're just going to scrap the pick and mix now. We're going to get everything ready and we're going to start cracking through more packs. Because we still got one more premium bundle of Gundam token as well. We've still got Iron Blooded Orphans. Like I said, we still have this to come. The one that I really, really like. So we're going to wait until that ad starts in 20 seconds. And we'll try and just get packs ready. Because we've still got more Turtles, more Lorwyn, Duskborn. We've even got Lord of the Rings. We joked about it, but I have Lord of the Rings packs to open today. More Duskborn, more Gundam. Do you know what? We've got the ad break coming up, so what we'll do is in the ad break, because it's not going to be one that people care about. Arc the Fellow, wish you luck for later. Oh no, Atra, thank you. That is the one I'm after. Atra is what I'm after. But you know what? You know what? Surprisingly, Atra is the cheapest now out of the box. Atra is the cheapest. Cordelia is the most expensive out of all of them. We've got Ravnica Remastered as well. So we're going to just mix it up. We're going to go Gundam on one side. We're going to throw all the magic on the other. And then what we're going to do is we're going to switch them up. So we'll do a couple of Gundam, a couple of magic. Come on, give me that sign. We said we're going to do Turtles. Collected anyway. Right, I'm going to do this Flesh and Blood because we've got, like I said, we've got that. Oh, I hate these that they rip now. Come on, where is that advert? Tell me when it starts. There we go. Ad break start. We've got 3 minutes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open this instead, the Flesh and Blood. We don't really care for it because we don't know what this is and how good these are. I've got a list of the expensive cards. So it's either I'm going to go ooh and ah, and we'll go from there. So we've got the Graphene Celeria with the Felty token. We have an Obsidian Fire Vein. It's a dagger, which is the Mark of the Huntsman again. So we've got some stuff there. Cool. Then we're going to the main pack. So we've got Point of Engagement. I'm just going to keep going through them. We're just going to see. We don't know what they do, so we're just going to see. We've got Reaper's cool. Artwork looks really cool because it looks like an assassin coming through. He's got a he's got a dead body. He's dragging a dead body. I like the artwork. Mark with magma. Well, that definitely will leave a mark because you're burning their face. Look, it's melting them. See, this is the thing about card games. Some of the times the artwork is just fun. Sisters of Fire. If you can only play this, you've got 2 more train links, and the target dagger attack gets +3 damage. Cool. Scuttle the Canal. That's not really a canal, it looks like a tunnel. Fine. Arkfella, subscriber Prime. Thank you so much. You've just resubbed for your 2nd month. Well, thank you so much for that 2nd month and continuing supporting the channel. It's always appreciated. Grow Claws. They get Magma Claws. Quite cool. For the Trakal, which is something different, it's another Draconic attack. Again, gorgeous artwork. It's great when you just don't know what these stuff do. It's just fun. It's pretty cards. Poison Blade, that is pouring poison. Yeah. We've got Incision again, in blue. Hand of Vengeance. Does it have a double side? No. It's just arms. Equipment arms. Put in context. Twist and turn. There you go. They've put a knife in and they twist and turn the knife. Hunt to the Ends of Wraith. This looks quite cool. And then we have Bite. in foil. Cool. Well, that works out because that is how we fill that void of time that we have and wait until the ad ends. So half these other poor people can enjoy the real content as we go past the chaff. 7 seconds, but we're going into the Turtles Collector Booster. So this is where we're going to either get really, really good stuff, or we've wasted money on a very, very bad pack of cards. So let's see what we get. We have a treasure token in foil. I think we've got a foily treasure, which we'll get to in a minute, but it's... I'm trying to work out what it is. Is it just toys? I was like collecting bit. Oh, it's from the Commander set, but it's like arcade collectibles. Okay, we've got anchovy. Oh, it's really shiny. We've got anchovy and banana pizza, a 4-mana black artifact food token. Which again, it's more food when it enters. When this artifact enters, destroy target creature. This foil is really blaring. My apologies on the camera glare because these foils are really glaring. You typical just sacrifice it, game free. We have an Easy Alliance, a 2-mana enchantment aura. It's depicting I can't remember her name, but it's sort of Shredder's meant to be like successor in the Foot Clan. Enchanted creature can't attack or block, and then for 5 mana, sacrifice the aura, exile enchanted creature, and then you make a 1/1 black ninja creature token. Go ninja, go ninja, go. Cool. Stockman, that's it. There you go. It just goes by Stockman. The Mad Flyentist. Haha, because he's a scientist and a fly. It's a pun. It's a 5-mana flying 3/4. When it enters, draw a card, then discard a card. And he has island cycling. Pay that to generic, discard him, go and search for an island. Yep, he's a bug. We've got Buzzbots again in foil. We have our Leonardo in common in foil. It's our first Leonardo. It's Leonardo Big Brother, the common. He has the sneak ability, so again, you can cast a spell for a single white mana if you return an unblocked attacker you control. And he is then entered, tapped, and attacking. Leonardo will get +1/+0 for each other creature you control. So if you're swinging wide, you can get it buffed, but it's not great. There we go. What we were talking about before, the cards that are sorceries with sneak. We've got Donatello's Technique, so it's cost 3 mana as a sorcery, or you can sneak it for 1 blue to draw 2 cards. I have nothing to say about it. Draw 2 cards, it's just typical. We've got Lord Dreg, Insect Invader, a legendary creature insect warrior, a 3/2 flyer. It's 4 mana, which is pretty okay. It's got Disappear. At the beginning of your end step, if a permanent left the battlefield, because like Sneak, you create a 1/1 black insect warrior creature token with flying, and for 1 green and 3 generic, you can sacrifice a token to draw a card, which under the same guise, you can basically keep sacking the token to then get the same value. Ooh. Okay, so this is a part of the so yeah, this set's got like multiple cards that make up a sync card. So we've got Shredder Unrelenting, which is it is fill up, yeah, it is a fill up, but it's also part of like a larger. There's like yes, it is Shredder. Yeah, we're on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. The new Magic set came out. This is the new Magic set, so we've got a collector booster. Yeah, I am in confusion. Yes, Magic the Gathering is now Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I thought you may have caught that with Leonardo. I like it. So that moment where you go, your confusion of going, wait, that's Shredder. I thought Leonardo might have like we got Turtle. That would have taken it. Yeah, literally, Magic's in Universes Beyond now, so we get different IPs that are coming into the game. Are you AFK just when we talk about Turtles? No. Yeah, no, Turtles literally came out on pre-release this weekend. We've got this set officially releasing next week, but it's all fun and games. But yeah, we've got Sneak, Death Touch, 6/4 Shredder for 5. Whenever it enters or attacks, another target creature gains Death Touch, because we've got it. Ooh. We have a Surge foil, because that foiling is much different from the Commander set. What a shame it's a Thriving Grove. This card is trash. So it's not worth anything, because what a shame. Oh, look at the basic lands, guys. It's pizza, and it's got the red mana symbol in the pizza. Duh, it's like a pepperoni. Oh, that's so terrible. Okay, we've got into our rare section. Now this is where the bits matter. We've got Sally Pride, the Lioness Leader. It is a legendary cat mutant rebel, 2/4. When it enters, you make X/2/2 red mutant creature tokens, where X is the number of non-token creatures you control. When Sally Pride attacks, put 1/1 counter on each creature you control, which is pretty decent. 5 mana. From the commander set, we have the Big Apple at 3 AM, because it's set in New York. You can't not mention New York in some way. This land enters the battlefield tapped. As it enters, choose a color. You can tap it for that 1 mana of the chosen color, and then for 5 mana, you tap it to create a black rat creature for each opponent you have. Yeah, because that's how it is. We have one of the animated art styles of Splinter, the Radical Rat. It is a Esper rat, technically, a ninja rat. If an ability of a ninja creature you control triggers, that ability triggers in a short time. Target ninja can't be blocked this turn for 1 blue, 1 other. Oh, I just spoiled that last one, but I am super happy to see that one. We've got Teleportation Circle as our bonus sheet card, which this is a quite expensive card anyway, so we are laughing at this. At the beginning of your end step, exile up to 1 target artifact or creature you control, return it to battlefield under control, which is really good. And yeah, our big hit in this pack is Turtles in Time. So I collect a lot of the anime style cards in this in Magic, and this is one of the anime ones, and yeah, I'm happy with this one, which has got their samurai gear, which is that good little reference to the third film, which no one talks about from the original 90s ones, but they've obviously gone back in time. Yeah, it's obviously been done in the comics, but that is just really cool. It's done by Sansu. Return all creatures to their owner's hands. Each player then may shuffle their hand and graveyard into their library, and each player who does draws 7 cards. Exile Turtles in Time. And then we have a clue token, which is a shuriken, and as we've seen, that treasure. So yeah, we've got some banging hits in this actual set pack today, so you know what, I am quite happy, and that's that nice pack that I got at War Games, so I'm definitely happy that that came in clutch. That's I'm not going to complain about that. Let's get some sleeves. And like I said, we're running out of time. I've spent so much time wasting. And we've had more packs and we've cracked through them faster. But I guess when we are jumping back and forth between Magic and Gundam, it takes longer. So let's go nuts. We're just going to go crazy and crack packs. See, Magic packs are easy to open, so we can easily blaze through them. We've got Lauren again. We've got our Shapeshifter, another Shapeshifter. It has reach, it means it can block flyers. It is a 3/4 for 4. We've got our little derpy friend. We've got a big giant, which is Tweeze. Does 3 damage to any target. When you may discard a card if you do draw a card. Not bad. There's a thing that we've seen as well with this artwork. The elf's got his fingers to his nose, and there's a card combo where it looks like you can do scratch and sniff. It's a good meme. It's quite funny. It's 1 mana instant. Target creature you control gains Death Touch and Lifelink until this turn. When that creature dies, you can make a 2/2, which is not too bad. We have a Wary Kifkin Farmer. 3 mana, 3/3. At the beginning of end step, if another creature enters the battlefield under control, you surveil. Heirloom Auntie. 3 mana, 4/4. This creature enters with 2/1/1 counters, so it becomes a 2/2. Whenever another creature you control dies, surveil 1 and then remove 1/1 counter, so it gets stronger over time when stuff dies. Burden Stoneback, 2 mana Giant Warrior, same thing again, enters with 2/1/1 counters, so it becomes a 2/2. Spend 2 mana, remove a counter from this, target creature gains Indestructible, which is actually really good. Nice little uncommon. Morkant's Eyes, at the beginning of your upkeep, you surveil 1 as a Kindred Enchantment. For 6 mana, you can sacrifice the enchantment and create X 2/2 black and green elf creature tokens, where X is the number of elf cards in your graveyard. Not too good, but it's fine. Nameless Inversion, Changeling Shapeshifter instant. Target creature gets +3, -3, and loses all creature types until then turn. I swear this is a reprint actually, which is a quite cool one. We have a rare of Mirrormind Crown, 4 mana. enchantment equipment, as long as this equipment is attached to a creature. The first time you would create one or more tokens this turn, you may instead create that many tokens that are copies of a creature. Ooh, that's actually quite cool. To equip, and we've got another rare, which is Kinsey Sentry, 2 mana, 2/2, first strike lifelink. Whenever this creature attacks, you may put a creature card with mana value X or less from your hand onto the battlefield, tapped and attacking, where X is the number of attacking creatures. Pretty decent as well. And then there you go, we've got the confirmation. The goblins were called Boggarts. Boggart Prankster. 2 mana, 1/3. Whenever you attack, target attacking goblin you control gets +1/+0. Yeah, and it's just basically tipping a frog and squeezing juice out of it. And we've got other planes. And then our tokens is a Merfolk and a Shapeshifter. Let's quickly get some sleeves and speed the process. Feel like what I need to do with the Gundam ones is then just go crazy. We've opened Gundam. We want to go for the backpacks. We want to see if we get good stuff. But it's fine. We're going to keep going. So we've got Duskmourn. So this is the Horus that we got end of 2024. It's hard to believe it's gone well past when we had Duskmourn. We have a human, because we have humans in this set. Get a bit clearer on this side. It's a human soldier, a hardened escort. When it attacks another target creature you control gets +1/+1, so +1/+0, and indestructible. Not bad. Seeds from Slumber. Again, like we said with the one, if it's a tapped creature, it gets cost cheaper. It's good stuff. Destroy target creature. Rampaging Soul Rager. It's a spirit. When it attacks, it gets it gets +3/+0, as long as there are 2 or more unlocked doors among rooms. Rooms we'll probably see later on, hopefully. Slavering Branch Snapper, a 6 mana 7/6 trample with forest cycling. Big thing. Big green derpy thing. Does smashy things. Typical green. Twist Reality. 3 mana to either counter target spell or Manifest Dread, which is look at the top 2 cards of your library, put one of them into the battlefield face down as a 2/2, and the other into the graveyard. You can turn its face, the other card face up anytime for its mana cost if it's a creature card. We have Innocuous Rats. It's a 1/1 for 2 mana. When it dies, you Manifest Dread. So same thing again. Cryptic Inspector. It's an elf warrior with vigilance. It's a 2/3 for a 3 mana creature. Whenever a face down permanent you control enters, and whenever this or another permanent you control is turned face up, you put a 1/1 counter. So we had all this Manifest Dread stuff, which is pretty good, and this synergizes really well with it. Savior of the Small, a core survivor. 4 mana 3/4 with survival. At the beginning of your second main phase, if this is tapped, return target creature card with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to your hand. Very good. Disturbing Mirth, a 2 mana enchantment. When it enters, you may sacrifice another enchantment or creature. If you do, draw 2 cards. When you sacrifice Disturbing Mirth, Manifest Dread. So you can, hopefully, if you play the second one, get the value of sacrificing it to get the value out of it. The Fear of Being Hunted, because a lot of these woods had nightmares. This one is a 3 mana haste for 2 creature. It has to be block if able, which is fine. We have Coordinated Clobbering, which is a 1 mana sorcery. Tap 1 or 2 target and tap creatures you control. They each deal damage equal to their power to target creature and opponent controls, which is quite cool. We have a rare Omnivorous Flytrap. Is a 2/4 plant for 3 mana. It's got Beryllium, which is whenever it enters or attacks, if there's 4 or more card types among cards in your graveyard, you can distribute 2 1/1 counters among 1 or 2 target creatures. Then if there's 6 or more card types among cards in your graveyard, double the number of 1/1 counters on those creatures, which is really good. And then we have a mountain, and we have a foil turn inside out, and a Light Glimmer token. Nothing crazy in that pack. And we've only got 7 minutes to keep going, so we're just going to crack packs and just run like the wind. So we're going to go to Ravnica, one of my favourite blocks. We have a 2/2 Grudge Beetle Scavenge. Basically what we're going to do, if we hit anything good, I'll stop and talk. But until then, we're just going to keep cracking packs to get through them all. Eyes in the Sky. We have a Rubble Belt Maca Cat, a Sewer Shambler, a Swamp Walk, Keymaster Rogue, Band Together, Merfolk of the Depths, Boros Elite, Selesnya Guildmage, Muddle the Mixture, which is not bad as a transmutation and a spell, counter spell. Moldavine Cloak. Oh, rare is Yiva, not great. I've opened a few of these already. A nice, oh okay, nice, no, classic border, Cartel Aristocrat, but nothing crazy. And a foil Quasi-Duplicate, which is not bad, and a nice Izzet Signet to go with that as well. Well, I think that's the only really decent thing we opened there, which I will sleeve the foiled Quasi-Duplicate. Everything else, sadly, was a bit bad in that pack, but this is the problem of packs. You gamble, it might be good, it might be bad. I mean, the other hit from that pack was the Izzet Signet, really, because that's always playable in Commander. Cool. Right, let's keep going. If we run out of time or get closer to the time running out, we're going to go backwards. There we go. We're going to go for Lord of the Rings. Oh, this is Dustborn again. I'm getting confused. Well, we're going backwards. So we get the foil rare of Unstoppable Slasher, which is really good. Zombie Assassin. When it deals combat damage to a player, they lose half their life rounded up. When it dies, if it had no counters on it, return it to the battle tapped, and it's on its control with 2 stun counters. Very good. Foil Swamp. There's our rooms, and we get the nice alternate art version, the full art one. So rooms, how they worked when they did them, you can cast it for either side, and then later on you can pay the additional mana to open the other side of it. So this one for 5 mana, you have no maximum hand size. At the beginning of your end step, you draw a card. Or this one is when you lock this door, this room deals damage equal to the number of cards in your hand to target a creature or opponent controls. So sometimes it's kind of worth setting it up to be good. Irrelevant Gremlin, Trials of Agony, and everything else is pretty much not that important. Because annoyingly, there's one uncommon or common I need from this set as well. Let's quickly hit those hits over there because they are not terrible. And we've got a nice, actually, signed art card as well, which is nice. Lord of the Rings. So, the one ring is what we are chasing for in this set if we are to get anything good. So I don't know if it's good this way or it's bad, but we're just going to see. We've got Gladrim Guide, Gladrim Bow, Shower of Arrows. This is a very, very alpha-centric pack already. We have the Shire, Scarecrow, Landrover, Horizon Witness, Melendor, Swift Savior. We're getting all the birds. We're getting all the eagles. We're going to keep having all the eagles now. We've got Gorhir, the Wind Lord, Stern Scolding, Gimli in its nice ring-style border, counter of kills, which is really nice. We have our first rare, which is Ymir, Marshal of Rohan. And then Ent, Draught, Basing, and sadly, nothing crazy in that pack. Right, we're getting close to the end, which is, I'm getting a bit thingy now. So, we are going to crack open, where it is. Why is that one heavily more, that was more sealed. I'm going to crack open the IBO box for Gundam. We're going to open that one and see what we get. Because we want to see the goodies in this one. Right. Ugh. Come on. There we go. That's the thing. Time just got flown by on this one, which is a shame. So worst case, we might save some of these packs for the next stream in the coming month. Cool. Right, let's go through them. So we get the Gundam Barbatos 4 form, which is from the ST5 decks, which is very nice in this artwork. I think it looks a lot better than the one that was given in the base one, so I am happy with that gorgeous artwork. We get 2 of those as well. We get the McGillis Swars Greys. Definitely a much improvement. From GD3, we have the CGS Mobile Worker Command type, which is, again, the artwork on these is just amazing, which I'm never that problematic with. We've got a nice Augur's Order, The other one is in his base sets him like shouting anyway, but this one he's got a bit more of a cool stance and look. And then we've got our tokens from Augur's Order. So we've got our CGS worker, which looks absolutely gorgeous. We have our Grey's custom. And then the one that's the one that matters the most, Gundam Barbatos, 4th form. And it looks like it's the old roadie getting completely demolished in the background, which is lovely. Cool. Right, so there you can go back in the pack. Ugh. Moment of truth. Do we get something good? Do we get the Atra? Do we get the Cordelia? Or do we get Laughter? I mean, Laughter would be good. Cordelia would be nice. And it's Cordelia. Oh, and she is the most expensive right now. We get the most expensive one of them all. Cordelia herself. Ooh, get that sleep now. Ooh. Ooh. Just as a quick check as well. This is what I could have had, one of these 5. Personally, the top right one is what I wanted as Atra. His kind of main Mikazuki's main love interest in the show. Bottom left is Laughter, which is one of the other chases. So basically the top 2 and the bottom left were my original chases. But at the moment, Cordelia is the biggest chase from that set. And I'm happy that we got her on that one as well, which is awesome. But we're at the end of the stream. And before we go, we're going to rip one more. One more. Annoyingly, we have so many more packs to go. We're going to go for one more quickly. We're going to see if we can get something good in Lord of the Rings. Come on. One ring. Gimli's Axe. Gimli's Fury. Long List of the Ends. More Enter's Restoration. Quick Beam, Upstart N. Mr. Took. Doors of Durin. Come on. A foil many part-ins. Make a super pack where you open 3. Like, I know. Oh, we get list card. Trade for what? Oh no, Cordelia. No, you're not having Cordelia. No. Death or Glory. Ooh, 5 mana. Separate all creature cards in your graveyard into 2 face-up piles. Remove the pile of an opponent's choice from the game and play the other. Ooh. That's cool. I like that. Trade? No. I'm keeping Cordelia. I want Atra, but I'm keeping Cordelia. Right. No, because Cordelia is like 200. She's like 200 quid at the moment. Atra's like under 100 now. I think she's like $30 or something like that. I think Cordelia's like $200. Atra is like 30 at the moment. She's the cheapest now for IBO. It's crazy. I trade you my Pikachu. No, not your Pikachu. I'm just gonna keep cracking. We'll have a couple of more minutes. What the fuck? Yes, she's expensive. People really like this Cordelia. She's pretty. And you technically have Barbatos in it as well, slightly. Yeah, but it's opening weekend. It's only just come out, so I'm sure all the prices will drop as more people have opened them. But you've got to remember these are the first foil EX sources since we've had the other set. Come on, something good. Ooh, Schillingar is pretty good. Is that Cordelia card also playable? It is playable. Yeah, so it's a token. So in Gundam, you've got EX resources that count towards your so it's it's more like if you go second, you get an EX resource, and once it's like again with how I explained it, if you played Hearthstone, it's the ring, so it adds towards your level, and once you use it and spend it, it's gone for good. So, but the fact is we've had foil ones in a long time. But yeah, Schillingar, Sire of Famine, which is a really good hit. Not expensive, but it's a cool card. And then we've got a foil Marionette Apprentice. Annoyingly, that went on. We managed to not get through as many packs as I was expecting. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 packs still to open, which is a shame. So, you know what? We still managed to get through a good amount. We still managed to get a lot of nice looking cards from what we got from our magic, and that's token, and our Gundam stuff. Definitely a good hit with the turtles as well, with that turtles in time. So annoyingly, we're going to have to wrap it up there. I hope you enjoyed the pack openings today. What we will do is we are going to hold on to these until the end of this month, now being March, and then we'll put them towards our March booster opening. Might have to increase the time, because obviously we've gone over, and apparently 2.5 hours is not enough to get through apparently 30 packs somehow, or just over 30 packs, where we've gone through 2 booster boxes. But then I guess that's different. You know, when you open 2 booster boxes of most of the same stuff, you can get through a lot of the chaff very quickly, and then you're just rushing to get to the ends and the hits in general. So that generally happens. But there you go, some of the other nice Gundam hits, and then there's Chrome Dome and that Golem from before. But no, thank you ever so much. Yes, it was definitely some nice pull, especially with those LRs that we got as well. But as always, thank you ever so much for joining in, supporting the channel. If you haven't joined the Discord yet, again, there's links in the bottom below in the channel breakdown where you can join. If you haven't subscribed yet, or you're not followed and you like the content, please drop a follow and continue to support the channel in that way. And again, just sitting down watching the channel always supports as well, which is always appreciated. We should be back tomorrow with some multiplayer Madness Monday. I don't know if it's Lethal Company, but it should be most likely. I just need to double down and check. But then from there, we'll be back on Thursday with Dead Island, continuation of Act 3 in the Jingle. And then after that, this weekend, it is open to whatever, because it's actually the first Sunday stream that I can choose to go back and do whatever I want. So most likely we're going to go back to the Outworlds and finish the game. We are so close to the ending, and I would like to get it closed and finished off, because that means we can then start up a new game, and I'm looking forward to doing that as well. So until then, have yourselves a lovely rest of your evening and day, depending where you're tuning in from, and I will catch you later, hopefully, for tomorrow's stream. No worries at all. Ta-ta for now, everyone.